What is up, guys? Aloha. This
What's
is.
up?
You know what? I'm just gonna
Ooh,
expect
Inzy.
it every time we do this podcast.
What's up? What's up?
We're gonna do this again. Aloha, everybody. This is the Howl-In podcast. I am your host, DJ Inspekt, and over to my left,
It's Matty out west.
my co-host,
Sleepy.
and we have two special guests today. We have
Ocean Evil.
and
3-6.
one of AV Club's very own.
My name, yeah. Hi, what's up, y'all? My name is Kody.
You forgot to say
KOD.
AV Club's very finest.
Oh, finest,
Upper
AV
echelon.
finest.
We are
Very
upper
fine.
echelon.
upper
AV
echelon.
Club's
That's what we're
finest.
doing. No facts. Anyway, we have Ocean.
And Koda's in the back.
Yeah, Koda's somewhere. He's writing. He's
Doing
doing his music
magic.
thing.
You know,
Yeah.
he working hard. He stay working.
Wherever he goes.
Facts.
Well, yeah, Ocean. Pleasure to have you on the show.
My pleasure.
It's your pleasure. Oh,
It's
damn.
my pleasure. I've been watching.
Damn. You got the charisma from Matt because Matt likes to do that type of shit.
I've been watching.
God damn it.
Hey,
He's smart.
I got
He
something
loyal.
for you, bro.
Look at this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Amen. Amen.
This is not scripted at all.
Hey, bro, you gotta check this out too. Altruism. If you haven't checked it out yet, Altruism. Does anybody have a Sharpie? I want this
This
man to
is
sign my
not scripted. I
titties.
had no idea.
Hey, you like how I wrote
I gotta
just
blur
like
out the
logo
nipples
too?
for you too.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Took me 5 minutes to do this, which is actually I think longer than it should have took
First try.
because I can't draw for shit.
First try.
So
I
first
think
drawing, first drawing.
I think the
drawing.
calligraphy is nice.
Bro,
You gotta be nice, bro.
It matches the vibe. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So what you have a merch on that is from the recent drop, right?
Yes.
Versatility, and then Altruism, the album, the one Kody's wearing. That's a sweatshirt, right?
Sweatshirt.
Damn.
Damn, your street team is strong, bro.
I know.
Street team.
We'll get into the street team a little bit, but Ocean, I know that you're very well embraced on the social media platform, and like we'll get into your accolades a little later. But I want to get to know you, and I'm pretty sure the people want to get to know you as a person. Who is Ocean? What is he about? And what is Ocean Evol?
Oh.
That's a good question. See, that's why I'm here. I like represent like being human. That's it. Like I don't even like to be represented by music. I like to be human.
That's a great answer.
That's-
That's a very vague answer too. Like, what do you mean by being human?
Because I feel like a lot of shit is just fake and not human. And that's what sells. A lot of it is that's what sells. And it's like if I have an interaction with anyone, it's like, you know, I always say remain human, remain genuine, and remain humble. That's like the three things I always keep in mind all the time. So
I mean,
yeah.
You actually do embody that because, like I said, if you do not know Ocean Evil, and you do not know the numbers for a Hawaii, how long have you been doing this? The music thing?
I started making beats in like 2017. I like the end, and then I put out my first song in like 2018.
So roughly 2 to 3 years, right?
Yep.
Damn. 2 to 3 years, and the man does crazy. We'll get into the number like, your greatest hit right now, Sky Dreams, right?
My greatest hit since the beginning.
Since the beginning. No, but I mean, considering like you release your first song, and for it to hit now at 500,000, right?
Yes.
Like that's insane for any new artist that lives out in Hawaii. I haven't heard of anyone doing those numbers, and it's phenomenal. It's actually like a miracle for even any of us to be heard like that. What was it through your journey in producing these other songs, which also has roughly a crazy amount of numbers? Your mindset going in and seeing the numbers grow.
Can you ask that again?
Like the feeling you get, like, did it bother you? Did it stray away from what you want to make because you see the numbers for your song getting like massive amount of plays? Like, did it steer you from you as an artist wanting to, like, damn, I have to do this kind of song because this is what people want?
Yeah. So like after Sky Dream was my first song, like my first single song.
That's crazy to think about too, because like you made numbers off your first song.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's yeah. So it's like if you look at my SoundCloud, it's my first song, my first actual song that I put out was a collab with. Well, there's three. It's like with my homie Bax, my homie Guesser, and my homie TGFour.
Okay.
So I was like, if I'm gonna start doing this music shit, I want to represent my homies first because they're already doing it.
Okay.
I was just like mixing for them and producing for them.
Mm-hmm.
So then when it came to put out my first song, I like made Sky Dream. I put on my Beats headphones. I was walking late at night. I was like, damn, that song is good. I like this song. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna finally drop my own song. I dropped it. So the song that I had with Gesser, just to rewind, it was called Push Zoom. It was about to hit 5K.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, I'm about to drop my first song once Push Zoom hits 5K.
I like how he naturally, like just like nonchalantly, it's about to hit 5K. Here we are doing 50, like numbers on 50, and you're hitting 5K. Okay, well, anyway.
I don't know how it happens, but so that was about to hit 5K. It did. I dropped Sky Dream, and in the first week it hit 10K. And I was like, I waited all this time for Push Zoom to hit 5K, and then this one's like going crazy. And I didn't know anything about all platforms or none of that shit, so I didn't do all that.
So this is strictly off which platform?
SoundCloud. If you go
okay.
on SoundCloud right now, Sky Dream is like 900 something thousand.
Is that what?
Yeah,
That was
he has over 1 million plays of Sky Dream. He has over 1 million plays across all streaming
and
platforms.
like
That's
2 months
only the
ago.
Spotify numbers.
I think it's about
Yeah.
6 to 700,000 on Spotify.
Just Spotify, yeah.
Yeah.
God.
So
We'll get
there's-
into that later. We'll continue.
It's probably
Sorry.
close to 2 or maybe a little
Yeah,
over
My
2
man said he
million.
made a few racks off a dream.
Damn.
Guy.
We'll get into those numbers and those other songs, but continue. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I dropped that, and then that was kind of like, I feel like my whole like career from like then until now has been so many like pauses because it's like I did nothing to make this happen. I wasn't expecting it. I really didn't know that much, but I was like, I think I was like 18 or something. I was like, I want to blow up like within the year. I want to like, cause just seeing it, I'm gonna blow up like within a year. So
Okay.
I was like super like getting strategic with how I would drop music, make sure I do it proper because of I was gaining a following. Like it was crazy, but then I took it slow. That's why there's like been big pauses and shit. So it's like, should I stick to this one sound or like make super like Sky Dream 2 or like sound super similar? So what I did was like stray away from it because I didn't really want that. Like to me, I'm so patient with it that I don't want to rush anything. I don't want to do anything just for any other reason that's disingenuine, So I've been making like turn up music and like acoustic music and shit like that. Just because I didn't really care about like trying to blow up or like capitalize off of it.
You just want to make good music for you, right?
Yeah, I always say I make music for me and I put out music for whoever listens. Or the world, I guess.
I think that's the proper mindset that most artists should have. And I guess the pressure from like people's eyes and wanting to be of course you want your music to be great, right? But to hold the feeling of I want to be genuine, I want to do this for me, tends to lose its authenticity because of the eyes now that you're getting looked at, right? So how is the pressure of all of that while you're making all this is like in the back of your mind, like poking at you like, hey, you need to make another big song like this. Hey, you have to give to your fans. Like, what was that like for you?
That's like the main reason why I kept pausing. Like I kept like not putting out music. Or, like,
Did it bother you a lot? Did it like?
It did, and it's crazy because like I always like still to this day I feel like I'm in the middle of like I'm not shit. Like if I compare myself to like the big artists that I like and look up to like around the world, I'm not shit. But I guess because I'm from here and this is like it's so different from what's happened here in Hawaii. I feel like I'm so big yet so small at the same time. So I'm like that like middle child in terms of like achievements and stuff. So but because I know that I'm not really anything, I don't move that way or let
You
that
keep yourself
affect me.
grounded.
Yeah, exactly. Like
So-
I think it's cool too because it's like, well, I can speak for myself. For me, when I see stuff like that, I'm like, holy shit, this motherfucker's famous. But then you go and you see other people that are ahead of you, and you as yourself, it's like, I have like 1 million plays, but I'm still not him. I'm still not at that echelon yet.
yeah.
With the outside looking in, judging from the numbers and the music you put out and the quality, mind you, in the amount of years you've been doing this, has been amazing. And
Thank you.
like, who is your target audience? Like, what? Okay, let me say that again. What became your target audience when you made the music? Because obviously, you're making music that is modern and not like you're not doing like I don't want to do this, I want to do that. It's more like something along the line of like Juice WRLD, Triple X, that era, right? So now your audience now, what is the demographic that listens to you?
You know, it's crazy. When I dropped Skydream, that was like when Juice WRLD was still becoming Juice WRLD, and he was like on the rise. And, like, he didn't have music videos for All Girls Are the Same or Lucid Dreams. But when I dropped Skydream, if I looked at the analytics, and I probably still right now, a lot of it would come from Chicago. So that's like I dropped Skydream, and this guy that makes all this type of music is coming up at the same time. So I kind of like make that the reason, or in my head, that why like Skydream.
Like you had a similar sound to somebody else who was blowing up.
Yeah. So I was like, if I did this just a little bit earlier and kept doing with the sound, like I probably could have been like competing with his kind of like music.
That would have been sick. I think also that helps too, right? Because when that was blowing up in that era, there was nothing like it. It was refreshing to the ear. This is a young man's game, or young people's game. So like when you make music, you're not making it for the grumpy old heads that go, "That's not real hip hop." You're making it for the kids that tune into when I was gonna say radio. The fuck, I'm old. You're tuning into like the streams. You're gonna look up. Oh, I'm gonna be the first. You know, when you're young, you're like, oh yeah, you don't know about this artist. I found this artist off such and such. You know what I mean? And it's kind of cool that when you had the song, right? When you said you made it along the lines when he was blowing up.
Yeah.
Is that just like if you did? I didn't want to say you don't care, but when you did, stay on it consistently, it could have been a massive thing for not only you but everyone else that was listening or starting to listen to you. Yeah. So now that you have built the numbers through SoundCloud, you're basically a Russ in Hawaii, right? Fucking broken. For you now that you know, you're more intelligent about the game. What are your next moves, and what are the moves now, and going to the next move? So you dropped an album, which is the one Altruism that he's wearing once again. Yeah. From that, going to your newer projects, is this Ocean? Is this going to be Ocean as of right now?
Altruism?
Like the whole sound of like Altruism and whatnot. Is that what you want your fans to expect from you?
It's hard because I like pride myself on being very versatile, and I feel like that's what's like not really stunted, but didn't help me grow because I didn't stick to one sound and keep pushing it out.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why like ever since Skydream, I would put out some like totally
Like Koopa.
Yeah, like Koopa Chupa is
Yeah.
super hard,
Man
it's
of the
super
year.
turn up. Man of the
Man of
Year.
the Year.
Like,
Chill, setting a vibe.
Void, it's acoustic, it's just me and a guitar, you know, stuff like that, because I really didn't care about like trying to capitalize off one sound. So like, but now I'm going back to my roots. Like I'm going back to like the melodic.
But do you think that's what helped you? Yeah, you made one song that was like you're going back to your roots, like that one song, but because you did the other sounds, it helped reach another like section of the audience that you weren't gonna tap into if you were to just make this.
I feel like it just showed the people that are already following me and paying attention to me that I can do many different things. It didn't really bring in that many different people.
Okay.
It just showed like, oh yeah, he can do that. And then my fans are like, you're really in your bag when you do these acoustic piano guitar songs. And then like, you know, they just like they find new ways to enjoy my music and different sounds. But it didn't really bring in anyone else from like different genres or sounds. It's just like they expect like the melodic type stuff, or what I think. That's what I think.
Okay. You guys have any questions? I keep talking. My bad.
No,
You're asking really good questions.
Yeah, you're asking really good questions.
Hold on,
the
have
only
we been
thing-
talking for an hour?
No. Disregard that. I just use that as a point.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's within the hour. Yeah. So this is hour 1, and this is how many minutes?
I was like, yo, there's no way we've been sitting here for an
My
hour,
bad.
Just for a
dude.
minute. No, I was about to say like too, like with stuff like that. Like I feel like as an artist, when you branch out to different sounds and you do different sounds, you find your pockets in these sounds. But if you don't necessarily like it, you have like the sound that you want to fall back on.
Like something that's like your favorite or your main.
Yeah, like for example, like if you come into doing music, doing a certain style, and that style catches and people do like that style, you branch out and you do other styles, but you can always go back to what you started with.
That
And I
makes
feel
sense.
Like, if anything, it just hones your craft where you learn skills from doing these other styles to bring back and incorporate into your sound. So you're still giving them that melodic, like for Ocean's case, he would still be giving them melodic sounds, but now he can use different aspects of different other songs that he's made and put it in there. So he can drop like a quick
Pause.
verse like that goes hard. Jesus Christ. He can drop a verse that like he can drop a verse that goes hard like Koopa Troopa into like a melodic song with like a proper break in it, and he knows what he can and can do, what mixes, what doesn't. I feel like it's just like honestly like when like with the whole artist thing, it's like it's just a process of figuring out what works for you and what doesn't, figuring out what you like to make and what you don't like to make, and then building your own sound off of that. That still tailors off of other sounds, obviously, that have been there before, but it's a matter of creating your own sound using that and the authenticity of your own sound.
Yeah, and like the reason for that, honestly, is because I love so many different types of songs, so many different types of music, and that's why. And I'm just the type where like, oh, I like that, I can do that, whatever it is. If it's anything, like, oh, I can do that, I'm gonna do that.
I'm gonna like. It's more like I want to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it feels so good as like a consumer. Like, let me do that, because like a lot of like my main inspirations would be X, Frank Ocean, Michael Jackson.
Gods.
It just goes all over the place, So it's like I always want to make different types of music, like those people that I like enjoy myself. But then it's just all over the place when it comes out, and then I don't have like that one solid fan base for making one type of music the whole time.
Going to like the people that are listening to your music, like what as a how do I word this? As an artist, right? What keeps them coming back? Because I think a lot of us stress the idea of how do we keep the eyes on us. So for you as an artist, what have you thrown into theory or an idea or realize that people come back for me? How do they get to understand that, or how do you get to understand that, okay, if I keep doing this, they're going to keep coming back? Why is that?
This goes back to like the being human thing. I feel like you just gotta have people fall in love with you and who you are.
Not the music, but you
Yeah.
as a person.
Yeah, because no matter what I do, if I drop music, if I drop clothing, I'll rock. Like I got people that are gonna be like, oh shit, Ocean dropped a fucking rock, bro. Like,
It's like the Supreme effect, right? They made a brick and everyone was over it. Like,
exactly. So it's just like that. And then like the one thing I say that for me personally is make connection with these kids and these supporters that you have. Like really make connections with them. Like if you have one supporter, then it's super easy to do that. If you have 5, then it's still easy to do that. Like get to know them, get to like know why they like your stuff or who they are, and then show them who you are. You gotta be like give them ways to let like be in to you.
Be emotionally invested into
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Yeah, because that's what I like about your content. Because you're like, not only are you available, like you're visible, like you allow
available
yourself
sometimes.
well,
Sometimes.
well, you allow yourself to be visible to your audience, and then like not only that, you interact with your audience, and like you said, you display that genuinity. I don't know.
Genuinely.
Genuineness.
Genuineness.
I don't know, but yeah, you display that and you do that really well, and so like. Yeah, I think that's why a lot of people gravitate to you too, because then for you, it's like you're not just an artist, you're like a personality.
Yeah.
You're a person, like you said, you're a human being, like you said. And most people, that's what I feel like in today's day and age, most people, they want that because they know right now the world's all messed up.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
you know what I mean?
A lot of these artists that people listen to, whether they talk about money or sex or drugs or whatever it is, and they turn you up and you're at the club or you're at parties and they turn you up, you don't know shit about them. You don't know if they're this or that. That's like totally bad, or like they do this and that. You will never know, or what type of person they are. Like honestly, these people don't give a fuck about you. They care about money, and it's like that's why I admire X so much. He would have super intimate, even if it's just him posting on his story, talking directly to his fans. Like if you are going through suicide or depression, whatever, my DMs are always open. Shit like that. Like build a connection, and these people feel like they're at a place where they're not judged. They can be who they are, and then you supply them also with shit that they enjoy, like music or clothing or whatever it is that you do as an artist or person.
Yeah, I know you said you see Russ in him, but that's who I see in you, Triple X.
Facts.
Yeah. If I were to pick any artist, and we were talking about this before in a previous podcast. you make real fans when they can see themselves in you.
Yes. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
And that's so important. That's
Yeah.
so important. I see so many artists, and especially here, that'll post just like you go to their feed or anywhere on their social media or whatever it is. It would just look like an ad.
Yeah.
It would just look like
Yeah.
music, song by producer, and then hashtag. There's no way for them to feel any sort of like
Connection.
or intimacy with that. You know, if you're a cool person, a shitty person, or whatever type person, be open if you want people to come in. You know, and then you'll find people that are likewise. You know, I make music for me, so when I put it out, I get fans that are like me,
Right.
just like me.
Facts.
They go through the same shit as me.
Correct.
You know, they feel the same way I do. They, you know,
I think that's why a lot of people, well, modern artists, tend to not make it through the gate because they still live on that old-fashioned type of mindset, right? Where you have to stay mysterious, you have to stay behind closed doors. You know, only give yourself enough so that you remain to, like, you can
So you keep that mystery
Yeah,
factor.
that superstar factor. Like, you don't know who I am, but you're
so
enticed by me.
2000s.
But that's what I'm saying.
I think it comes like a lot of people it comes from insecurity because you don't
Yeah.
strike me as an insecure person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
I'm sure
mean-
you do have some. you know
yeah,
what I
everybody
mean?
does.
Everybody.
Yeah, but I think a lot of it comes from insecurity because who knows? Artists might be super mysterious, but who knows? They might fart in their sleep.
happens every
Podcast
day,
done.
B.
And they're insecure about that, or like they got donkey teeth.
But
You know,
yo,
like,
it's like that shit that's
Oh,
gonna
you
make people like you
attacking
more.
Hillary,
yeah, because
They'll
you're
be like, damn, I farted in my fucking sleep.
exactly. Like, but
He
there's one
pees
connection right there,
sitting
one
down, I
connection.
pee sitting down.
That's the thing, like that's the thing that I think I do a lot is I draw the line in the sand a lot. Like I like this. This is what I'm about. You don't like it? Fuck you. I still love you. If you do like it, you're on my side. Cool.
yeah.
Then we're like a cult. We got like a cult here. You know,
Right.
people
got
are
a cult,
people are trying to play it safe like all the time. Like not talk too much, not say too much, not always if they're gonna send shots, it's gonna be subliminal or like on their story. You know, if I'm gonna do anything or say anything, and if I believe anything, I'm gonna say it. That's what it is. People are gonna unfollow me. People are gonna fuck with me more.
Right.
That's what it's gonna be.
Like, it's like the whole I lose one but gain 5 kind of
Yeah,
idea.
You just can't be scared of that at all.
Well, and you want real fans too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
about
you
to
want
talk
real
about
fans.
true fans because I think
true
there was
fans.
like a statistic that was done about like true fans. I don't know if I ever talked about this, but like I think I've said it before in a different.
The 100 core fans.
You could have 100 core fans who you know would buy your merch compared to like 10,000 fans who kind of like you. They'll
Yeah.
click the link, they'll check it out.
Fans.
Yeah,
They
fans.
won't stay engaged. You would honestly rather have people who fuck with you as a person.
That's a fact.
So am I not supposed to use a cuss bomb?
No, you can. I've been cussing up a storm. So, let's veer a little bit. You brought 36.
Yes, sir.
Pleasure to have you. That was
Wait,
a,
okay, I need some clarification. Do you prefer 36 or 36?
Any
Any?
six-
oh, so there's no one way to say it.
666.
36, you know? 36.
Or 36?
That's for the Latin people.
Wait.
Hey, you like how I wrote that R?
I'm going back to Tijuana in June. Say that again.
36. Please, don't cancel me. I'm saying that probably.
Hey, all my Latina chicks, just know I said that shit correctly. Holla at your boy.
Slide, DMs open.
Slide.
So the camp that we understand is you, Ocean, 36, and TGFour, correct?
Yeah.
That's like the main big three.
Yeah, and it's not really like even like a closed off like, you know, clique or camp or whatever it is.
You guys just friends, genuine
Yeah,
friends.
it's just-
We just
live
fuck
with
with each
it,
other.
you know?
They just
Yeah,
honestly-
we just fuck with each other.
I can speak from the inside of it. If you're their friend and you want to make music with them, you can make music with them.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like us, right?
Yeah.
A bunch of misfits in a studio.
Yeah.
So 36, you did drop also a project as well titled Him, right?
Yeah.
What was the meaning behind that?
So the main reason behind it is like my brother had an older brother that passed away, but he used to do music before, and he's pretty much the reason why I still do music. So even like on the back album cover is like a baby picture of him, but it's pretty much like that. You know, it's him. Like I am him. Like
Oh, I
that's
see.
sick.
That's tight.
sick.
I had
That's
a
dope.
I had a
Did
different
you-
idea for that.
Did you mean for it to be projected as Satan?
oh no, I just like, really I just like I was scrolling.
You like
one
the
day, and I saw
aesthetics.
some drip. And
Yeah,
Oh.
you just like the
I
aesthetic.
was
Okay.
buying this, and then I
Oh,
took
but
a
it
picture.
fits.
was
It
fire.
No, it
fits.
fits.
Yeah.
No, I thought okay. Don't judge me. I thought it was from Powerpuff Girls.
Oh no,
You know, like him. Yeah, it's him.
Oh.
Isn't Murdoch in Gorillaz?
one of the evil
No,
dudes.
not Murdoch. What is his name? He was like
Mojo
a,
Jojo.
Mojo Jojo.
No. Okay,
main
so the
one?
Gorillas. I sorry, this side can't track. We'll go back to that. Sorry, I just thought of this. There is a character from Powerpuff Girls that is a part of the Gorillas.
What
Like,
character
in
is
the
that?
band?
They took that character from Powerpuff Girls and it's a part of the band. I think they replaced Murdoch, the bass player. It's like one of the Snake Boys or the Snake guys.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
That's
You want
pretty
me to
lit.
look it up?
Huh. Can you look that up?
Look that
I'm
up.
I'm invested because
I'm
you said
looking up
Powerpuff Girls.
Gorillas bass player, because that's who they replaced them with in the digital band.
Oh snap!
Yeah, Murdoch Nichols. Hold on, let me pull this up.
Oh, okay.
No, I got it.
Anyway, go on. While he looks that up,
Yeah,
alright.
yeah, I thought it was from the Powerpuff Girls, him. So I was like, oh shit, he got like the whole dark looking thing up, and I was looking for the picture of the actual character. I was like, wait, where is it? Oh, I think he is him. But that's pretty tight. It was how many songs was it? Nine? Yeah.
I think, yeah, 9.
And it's just like Altruism. It was just a push play walk away. It was such a dope album, very sonically sound.
Thank you.
You also had projects that I really did like that you put out recently that are older, which is real ones that you should have kept the stems for.
I got it.
You got it?
It's just on an old hard drive.
We gotta find.
I gotta find
Oh,
Yeah.
so he did the Nagi Boys remix? He did the AV Club remix?
The visuals
got
you
it
just
though
put up
somewhere.
recently are dope too. The one
Oh,
that you
yeah.
did with Lucas. Yeah.
Shout out to Lucas.
Shout out Lucas.
Shout out
That's-
Lucas.
That's the shooter.
Yeah,
All
man.
time.
He's the
You got-
shooter.
You got the sauce. You got
All
the
time.
sauce.
Best shooter out here.
Also, you guys in general for your social media game is on another level.
Yeah, I look up to you guys.
Yeah, for real. Because
They step it up.
Yeah.
you did you did your own fucking challenge, the Fit Pick challenge or whatever,
Yeah.
from the song.
Yeah,
I was like, this is fucking genius.
Yeah. So
We got our own challenge.
Oh yeah, thick boys, baby.
I know. I'm about to hop on it.
so let's touch up on that real quick. Like, how do you guys approach your social medias? Like Instagram, for example. Like, is it just day by day? Do you have a plan? Like, okay, I'm gonna post
Yeah, like a
this
schedule.
week.
Yeah.
You have a schedule?
Not
No?
really. It's kind of like
Just-
half and half. Like depends on how on it. I guess we are at that moment.
It's like I feel
Oh, I see, I
inspired
see.
today. What do I want
If you have
to make?
something coming out, you'll
But most of the time, it's like kind of thought out. It's not like really just random, but I'll like the times I do it might be random,
Right.
but I have something.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I'll think about it before I put it up. But
Or
yeah.
like you're like, okay, today I got some time. I'm gonna go get an outfit together. Have somebody take pictures of me, kind of thing. Like,
yeah, because we do that a lot. Just get fly and
Yeah.
take pictures. So
Yeah.
so you can
Mm.
just have
That's
stuff
like
ready.
that stuff.
You know?
Just like that thing that I said about being very open to being open. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it comes to like social media, if I don't, so let's say when it comes to a release, if I have a song coming out, learn from these A&Rs, learn from these labels. You have a pre-rollout, you have the initial release, and you have the
Post.
like, after.
After,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
Facts.
so you'll see me like tease a song for like 6 seconds,
And you do a good job for that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, you do a great job.
and that's like what keeps people like wanting it.
Because the more they see it, even if it's a snippet,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, you know what? It's out now. I'm gonna give it a listen. Yeah,
More
yeah.
and more. And, they
And
can't
it's
find it.
familiarity once it comes out.
Like, honestly, that's how I got hooked.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's like for just from what he just explained. It was
Yeah.
just like, yeah, like you would drop it. Listen, and obviously I'm a fan too, right? So then,
Mm-hmm.
but then it's like, like you build the hype.
the number one.
you build the hype for your song. Like,
Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
and when it comes to music, when it comes to a release, that's what I do. And I feel like that's very important. A lot of people just new song out now, cover, that's it.
Yeah.
They don't post about it after, they never posted about it before.
Yeah, that's my problem.
Yeah.
And then
that's-
and then back to like being personable and stuff. When it comes to not having a release, let's say you don't have a song coming out for months or whatever, still make those posts that are like about you, that
Yeah,
are like
yeah, yeah.
really you.
Mm-hmm.
So you're still connecting with your fans, even if it's not through your music. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
if I post like man, I just went riding my fixie with the homies. Like, I really love fixies. Like, that's my thing, you know?
Do
Like,
you?
just post that. You know?
Do you like fixies?
No.
Damn, dog. I was gonna say we about to post up, bro.
I can't afford one.
Shit like that.
Right.
So like with how do I say this? Because of the social media, I think it's
With your chest.
yeah, say it with my chest. So with this no, with the whole social media thing, right? You guys even go on apps I don't even fucking know about, like fucking Thriller. What the fuck is Thriller?
Triller.
Triller.
Triller?
And
you didn't heard-
it, yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Triller just allows you to make a video. Why didn't you never ask me, bro? We literally see each other all the time.
Because I just thought about it now. Because the only reason why I know about it is because of them.
He's a sheltered 22-year-old.
Yes.
Yeah, 22, my bad, my
But
bad.
still kind of culture. Still kind of
Turning
culture.
He's still
23,
small culture.
turning
He's still hip, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Triller is just an app that like you can use your own sounds. It's kind of like TikTok, except like you can make your own videos. Like I've had Trillers out. I've taken them down. I think I don't know if they're still up. But yeah, like Trillers is like you can do whatever you want. Like dance to your own song, be getting ready to your own song. Like that's what I did for Bad Ting when I did the Triller for that. I was just messing around in my house because I didn't have anything to do, and I was like, "Oh, this is me getting ready to do nothing. This is me getting ready to go sit outside in my backyard and play with bamboo." But like you can, it's a video, and you can use your own sounds. That's the part
the
that I
key
like.
part.
So what
Use
it
your own
is,
stuff.
you just have your audio, the piece of the audio that you want.
Mm-hmm.
It records, you dance to it, whatever, mouth the lyrics, you go somewhere else, dance to it, mouth the lyrics, and it takes different sections. It makes like a.
Oh, okay, so it's like a reel.
Oh, it does it for you.
It's a trailer video, like a trailer music
Oh,
video kind
It
of thing.
shit.
shuffles when it wants to go in and out of different
You
clips.
can change the shuffles. You can adjust the clip lengths if you
That's
want. Like if
sick.
you really want to go in and dissect it, you can pick out
we
the
just got
clips
put
that
on,
you
bro.
want.
Yeah, we just got put on. We're about to do some dumb shit. That's another thing. Comfortability with the red light. So a lot of people have insecurities. A lot of the younger generations don't. But for guys like introverted people that do music, they're very scared of the red light.
Explain that.
The red light is the record button. So when you're recording, the red light. So when that's on, it's terrifying for even myself included when I record stuff, because now you feel a pressure and anxiety that you put on yourself now that it's being recorded. Yes, you can always erase or delete, but still the fact that the red light is on is very uncomfortable. Are you guys comfortable now with the red light, or do you still fight that insecurity of fuck, we're recording?
When it comes to me, I just know that I gotta do certain things. Like, yeah, I know my fans will like if I did Triller right now. I'm gonna just do it. You know, it's that whole being personal thing. Like, not all the time I want to do it. I don't always want to talk to the camera or dance in front of the camera, but I just gotta force myself to let that wall down.
I feel that because I hate being on social media.
Yeah, same.
Same. Yeah.
So is it like do you so even till this day you're saying you still feel that kind of pressure when you're recording stuff, or is it easier for you guys now?
Definitely for me,
It's still
easier now just because
you've been constantly doing it.
Set up.
Yeah, and he's a good-looking guy.
Oh, yeah,
just
true.
Just with my guys, but like I don't know. I'm still like if I were to go to like another studio, I don't know about the vibes. So
Right.
Also, it's more comfortability with your surrounding than it is the red light itself. Oh, okay.
it's really like just the people I'm with, honestly.
The vibe that
We can be
people
anywhere. We
set.
could be in a closet somewhere, but if I'm with the guys, I'm set.
Don't say closet, bro.
Hey, man.
Side note, I did want to include. Sorry, I was thinking.
No,
side
go.
note, I found it.
Yeah.
It's Ace from the Green. Sorry, it's where is it?
The Gang Green Gang?
The Gang Green Gang.
Yeah.
Ace, the leader.
Green Gang.
It says right here. Ace D. Popular in 2018. Ace temporarily became the replacement bassist of the virtual band Gorillaz while Murdoch Nichols was in prison. So they basically, bro, they
trippy.
sent a virtual dude to prison and asked the cartoon to borrow one. Like, I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry. I was just like thinking about it. I was like, wait, hold up.
That's nuts.
The Gang Green Gang.
So where did the name 3-6 come from?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
So everything pretty much for around the music stuff goes back to my brother at some point.
see.
And yeah, that was his like he was 3-6. Everybody called him 3-6 or 6. And you know, it was part of his name. He had,
Homage.
he had more parts of it. I just kept the 3-6 stuff. So,
So it's like it's kind of more like a homage to your brother.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. So like, how did you two end up linking up?
I just pretty much bothered him every other day.
Like
For
okay,
us, a month or
you
so.
two were independently making music, and then you guys just found each other.
Yeah. Shout out to Darius. It's
Oh,
really
hey, I
random.
fuck with Darius.
Yeah,
dude.
bro,
Darius,
same.
oh, man, yeah.
Therese.
It's really random.
That's my dude.
Shout
I was
out,
good.
man. It's really random, man. Me and him were in class, me and Darius.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I was just sitting there. I just got here, just moved back or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, "Hey, man, you look like a rapper." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, I didn't even know how to think about it, but I was like, "All right, cool." You know, I just
Like you
got
didn't
here.
know whether or not to be offended or like.
Yeah.
I was like, "No, maybe I look good." Or I don't know.
That's the drip. You got the drip of a rapper.
And then he invited me to like the studio for like maybe a couple days later. But after that, like we just hung out like every day. And then I went to the studio one day.
Mm-hmm.
You remember what studio?
Primaphonics.
Primaphonics.
Shut us up.
And then my man was in the corner just chilling. And I was
Nice.
like,
He was
I
the one like
drunk.
this.
Yeah, that's it. Like he
I
was
was making beats.
He was making beats.
Oh,
and
he was
stuff,
making
just
beats, okay.
chilling. And then shit, he put up a beat or something, and I was like super high, like super drunk. Nobody will ever probably hear this song. It's trash. And then I just heard the beats were hard. Like the song was hard. Like he had melodies. Everything was crazy. I was like, yeah, this is pretty like on point. Like something I already heard. Like you know, in like in the music industry, from like the actual music industry.
Yeah.
So and that's what I was just getting into, just trying to find out. So.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, all right, this is like one of the guys I need to, get
Yeah,
in
work with.
Like, I'm like I got to build like a relationship with this guy, like not just try to get something from him. So I was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
always doing stuff. Like before we even made a song or anything,
Yeah.
like I would pull up and like we just go get some food, or he wanted to go get something. Like, hey, let's go get some like a vape or some shit.
It's like, yo, you need your yard done, bro? I can help you out.
So we just did shit like that, and over time we slowly did more and more music and shit, and then shit we
Just
started
naturally
sending
grew
it back.
into something.
See, I like that because you guys kind of like form like a type of partnership, right?
Yeah, brotherhood.
A brotherhood. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. No, because I feel like sometimes people are afraid to ask for help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Afraid to ask for help.
I mean, you need help. You need help. You're not gonna learn anything. I mean, you can learn stuff
Yeah.
for your own, but it might take you longer.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
as long as you're adding
Yeah.
value the other way around, right? Like, I mean, even
That's
if
it.
like it's not like maybe you don't even know how to do anything in music, but hey, take me out to lunch,
Yeah,
you know, or
some
do
type of
something.
barter
Like, hey,
system,
thanks for
you know?
like making me beats. Thanks for like recording me. Can I take you out to lunch or something like that, right? Like,
Yeah, if it's anything,
me
if you just show
suck your
love, nice
D.
gesture, you're good.
yeah.
Yeah, the crazy part about that is like, yeah, I was at that session. He was at that session. We're doing that, making music. I made beats. He hopped on the beat, and then I needed a ride home, and then he was my ride home.
No way.
I didn't even know him at that point at all.
Wait, real?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just took him
He could have not took you home.
Yeah, I could not. 'Cause I came from like the bus or some shit.
Dang.
And then he gave me a ride home. And then I saw him while he was driving. He like his phone light turned on, and then he had X as his background.
Nice.
I was like,
Yeah.
I thought he was an old head, but he seems like.
I thought he was an old head.
I was like, oh shit, that's fire. And then, yeah, he kept hitting me up, and that's what it takes. You gotta like,
Right.
yeah, bug me.
So same question, just like Matt asked, how you got 3-6? How did you get Ocean Evol?
Is the Ocean your real name?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's
Wait, what?
yeah.
Ocean is-
It's on my ID and everything.
It's official.
It's official. Trademark.
Like he can actually put on his screen name, official Ocean,
Bro,
like evil.
no cap. That is one of the sickest name I've ever heard.
So it goes back to that whole being human thing. So like the first part of my name is actually me. It's me. It's my real name. It's me.
Okay.
So that's what that represents. The second half, the evil part, is just love backwards.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. So I make a lot of music about love, but it's kind of like to stray away people who are closed-minded. Like, you know, if you see evil, you think I make like dark shit or whatever the fuck.
That's what I
You
thought.
know,
Shit.
It's just a flip of it. You know.
Right.
Got it.
So
Got
you
it.
would think I make like evil, dark music, but really all my songs are really about love.
Yeah, because Ocean Love wouldn't sound like the kind of music that you'd be making. You
Like,
know
I'd
what
be
I
making
mean?
R&B stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I would if I heard this
I wanna
name,
hear that tape.
Ocean Love, I would be expecting some like breezy love joy stuff.
Yeah.
Some, like,
You know what I
Some
mean?
babies or something.
Whales
Jazzy
fucking
shit.
or some shit.
Yeah.
Some dolphin-
Exactly. So, yeah, that's where that came about. Like I had a hard time figuring out like a rap name or like a
An artist name.
an artist name.
Shit.
But that was just what it just made sense because I actually made that after I started making music. You know, because that's where the love part came from. Because I was actually making music like about love. That's just what was always on my mind. Whether it's like in
So this is
relationships or family.
pre-release of anything, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like I'm always about like talking about relationships or like family or even self-love, like loving yourself. Like I always say, that's like so important. You know,
100%. Yeah.
Well, a
That
lot of
comes first.
a lot of your songs are very they're very deep. Pause, and
Yo.
even the tones of when you create the beats or the instrumentals, like they're very dark as well. Some of them are very happy, but for the most part, your tone is very dark. It's kind of hard to take away from that when you're speaking about love and all this. How is it for your audience to receive that? Because when I listen to it, I'm like, oh shit, he's about to say some dark shit. And then you talk about like, what was the one song? The one you were listening to that you sang all the time? We were playing it in your car.
Which one?
Was it Insecurities?
Did you drop that? They mean that you hate me.
I don't know.
It's the one with the pretty piano sounds.
I don't even know my
It's out though, yeah.
Yeah, it's out.
Out of love, we move fast, I lose focus.
Yeah. I think it's that
Oh,
one.
I wear the pants. You go.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
By the way, that's a bar.
Bar.
Like we were listening to it, and we're just like, even as dark as it sounds with the pretty pianos, it was just like you felt happy for some odd reason. Like
That's
how
like the funny part is like I'll talk about everything. Like I really want to like cover everything as a human. Like whether I've had fans hit me up like, can you make a song about jealousy for me? Like I've been going through this. Like,
oh, you take even requests from your audience.
well, I talk to all these kids and
That's
you know,
tight.
So they'll tell me something like that. But like when it comes to like if I was to talk about something that's super heartbreaking or tragic, it's really I say I make triumphant music, like overcome music. You know, if I talk about I went through this relationship and it hurt me so bad, it's like it's talking from a perspective that's past that. You know, so it's still like it's like overcoming. It's like triumphant. It's like I've been through that. You know, even if it's something that's like dark or you know really deep or sensitive or whatever.
So you really speak your life through your music then. Like there's no fake part about what you say in any of them.
Unless I'm like making turn up shit. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
You got her.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah,
but like
stretch
even
it.
for that, like if I was to say like anything, like it's like, let's say I was to be like, you fuck with the gang, you get fucked up or some shit, you know? It's like,
Yeah. It's like true in a different sense.
it's true to my energy, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not like I'm really gonna pull up, or you never know. But I'm just saying.
It's like the energy's just gonna be different if I rest.
Yeah.
Quick question. You guys okay? You guys cold? You guys warm? I just want to make sure because the AC wasn't blowing.
I love this guy.
Make sure we come.
Bro, I'm about to take
Okay,
my
just make
jacket
sure. You had
off.
the fan on earlier,
Yeah,
so
my
like,
bad.
yeah.
That's what that was earlier. I was like, man, I need you to turn on.
Just making sure. You know, I don't want you guys to
Not
be over there
blowing.
like, damn, I'm fucking sweaty. Like, you
Bro,
know.
this is how they gonna treat us. That's my number one fan over there. He's not even gonna go out good.
Got me burning up in here like a fucking
What kind of
turkey.
band? Nah.
Appreciate that.
Let's talk about the idea about altruism. What was the mindset and what was the sound that was going into that album? By the way, altruism. We had to look up what that meant. Okay,
Yeah.
we're kind of
You didn't know what that meant, bro? You didn't know what that meant, bro?
No,
I
I
learned
didn't.
that in my junior year of high school.
yo. I didn't pay attention sometimes.
I went to Pro City though.
There's the flex. No,
Kody did too.
I didn't know what that means. I had to look that up. I even forgot what it means. What does that mean?
It's like being open to like try and do different things, right? Like
No, altruistic is doing something for the greater cause.
I thought it was
right?
It's basically, if I'm an altruistic person, before I do anything for myself, I'm gonna do it for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it for you. You know, it's caring about other people's well-being before
my
your
bad. I
own.
didn't know.
My bad. I didn't know. I catch myself. Cause like what made me listen to the album was the imagery behind it too. It was like, yo, an Asian kid in Taliban clothing.
Out in the
That's sick.
desert.
That was a fun
Out
shoot.
in the
Fun
desert.
shoot.
Right? And I was like, they got a Jeep too. Oh my God.
Yeah, that
this-
Jeep is sick.
yeah, I was like, oh my God, I have to listen to this. I want to see what this is about. Thank the Lord I listened to it. It was great. By the way, cop out. It's out now. Cop it. Make sure you get it.
And shout out to Ace for shooting that cover.
Yes.
He's my favorite.
That was sick. And you had a release party too, right? you had like things hang. I saw from like the social media, you had like artwork hung and everything.
It was lit.
Yeah, it looked crazy.
It was.
But going back, what was the like going into it, right? When you were making all these songs. By the way, Evol is my favorite song on the album by far.
Me too. Me too.
There was what was the other names you had? Billy Ray.
That was a dope song.
Yeah.
Billy Ray was
I remember
hard,
listening to that in
right?
here.
Billy Ray.
Who's the one that did
No
the hook?
rules.
The I can make my city lit now.
That was
him.
That was him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That was you, bro.
That could make Hawaii lit.
Bro, I thought that was someone else.
Different voices.
Different voices. What made you want to make that album?
I wanted to talk about this. So it's like the way, because his dropped a week after mine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it was supposed to be me, and then 3-6, and then TG4.
Okay.
And a week back to back.
Damn.
TG4 didn't drop his, so we just have a whole fucking stack
Catalog.
of music. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
we didn't do because he's I don't feel like doing it anymore. So that's how he is. But that was our plan. It's just like, yo, we need to put something out. Like we need to step on people's necks. Like just so. But altruism, it's kind of like I said, the meaning of putting other people before yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't dropped music in so long, so that was like, yo, I'm gonna just put together this project and give it to you guys, my supporters, my fans, my listeners, everybody's paying attention to me. This is for you guys. Like, I didn't want to I wasn't too keen on doing it. But, I thought of it all just to do that, to give music to everybody that's been paying attention to me because I haven't been dropping. So that's what that is. That's the whole altruism thing, and it's just music for people that's already been paying attention to me.
How long did it take you to create the album, the concept, everything before drop?
So altruism, I didn't know what that word meant either. I think I saw it in poetry or some shit.
See,
Poetry.
Yeah, I saw it.
see, capping on me.
My bad, dog. My bad, dog.
So I saw it. I was like, what does this word mean? And then it was I was like, wow, I like that.
I like that.
Yeah. Because I feel I totally feel that. I feel like I'm a very altruistic person. I really have no ego. If I had to quit any of this for anyone that I care about, done deal. If I had to die for anyone, done deal. That I really care about, done deal.
I can
So-
vouch for that too.
Agreed.
He's definitely that type
Agreed.
of person.
Yeah.
For
So
sure.
yeah, with that's how I made the name. The cover is because I wanted to highlight Ace, the one who shot the cover.
Mm-hmm.
So, just it didn't have any idea. It was just yo, you're my brother. You take good ass pictures. Let's do something. And then we did that.
That's sick.
So
Very artistic too.
that's why I wanted to put on people that I fuck with and shit like that, and then also give to the listeners. So that.
So
Oh yeah, and it took how long did it take?
a year?
No.
Really?
You were making it when I was coming over, right? When
Yeah.
I was just coming over to just chill with y'all. When I was just hey man, can I come hang out?
I think probably
I wanna
maybe
come hang out.
spaced out for some of the songs, but
Yeah.
probably 3 months. But
Yeah.
when we
3
really got on it-
months?
when we really got on it, it was probably
Yeah.
Or they crunched down
month and a
the
half,
last
maybe.
month,
We really
yeah,
did
for
everything
sure.
in the last week.
yeah, for real. Okay, really
one
last
month,
week.
literally 1 month.
Because I had to, like I said, we're doing back to back.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to get mine together, and then the way we released it, I think it was 2 weeks in advance.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
So then I had to put mine together, finalize the mixing and mastering, do that. All right, mine is done. I
Okay.
gotta work on his, mixing his, mastering his.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were a little late on that because I had to do
Yeah,
mine,
yeah.
and then I had to mix and master TGs, which we didn't really finish.
Mm-hmm.
So it was in the last couple weeks, it was just pumping it out.
Damn, we're talking to Andrew over here.
Yeah, just every
For
day,
real.
waking up tired.
No, it's really impressive because 3 months. I mean, honestly, if you were to really put down the time frame, 2 months, because you said you guys really crunched down the last month, or from what Kody was saying.
Wait,
How many-
1 second. So were all the songs except for Sky Dream, you started making them after the idea came about?
Some of them were before the idea. So
okay.
really, it's because I didn't drop music for so long that that's why I had
You wanted to
songs.
put out a body of work.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And, I feel like Insecurities was probably one of the oldest I had
That was
already.
a great song, though.
Thank you. And then Walking on Fire, which is my personal favorite song. That was the last song that was just made, and then I put it on there. So it's that's why we say it's it was spaced out. It's like
Okay.
the reason. Okay, yeah, it was like we were making songs. What are we doing with them?
Yeah,
You know?
facts.
Oh, okay.
Stacking them and
Yeah.
listening to them. Like,
But that's always good too.
Yeah.
it's definitely good, you know, to
Yeah.
listen to. You know?
I'd rather have more songs to stack and be able to strategically put out than not have any
Like a
fucking
busy
song at all.
schedule.
So what's the
Yeah.
mindset behind that? Then why not just make the song and then put it out right away?
Well, like for him too, like I seen it in him, but like for me as well, like from the start, like because I haven't even been like doing this long. From the start, it was all about like everything needs to be good or look good. So the presentation needs to look good, the image needs to look good, the cover art needs to look good, the mix needs to be good. You know, everything. Even if nobody knows me, like I don't have like that many fans or whatever. But
Right.
like once somebody does see it and once they latch on,
It
then,
looks
like,
official.
It's already there.
Yeah.
That's just another
The
piece
quality is
nobody
there.
has to worry about. Yeah.
Mm.
That makes
Quality
sense.
control.
Yeah.
And that goes back to like the social media posts. Like you study the game, like study what people
Facts.
are already consuming. Like when it comes to an Instagram photo, if it's just you doing a fit picture, what is like Trippie Red posting? What is the quality of their shit? Match that. You know,
Don't try to reinvent the wheel.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
It, like just be right there up to par. You know, how do cover arts look in like the mainstream, like on the top 100? Match that. How does it sound? Match that. You know, I have a lot of people from Hawaii that were like, I didn't even know you're from Hawaii because like the Instagram looks so official, the
different.
music looks so official, it sounds so official. You know, because I'm like, I'm not competing with anyone here at all.
Yeah.
I'm competing with the people at the top.
Yeah.
I'm competing with like the Weeknd. Like those are my
Yeah, because that's where you're trying to be at.
yeah
Yeah.
We're trying to get out of
you know,
here.
shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, if not, get out of here, but like, live good while living
While
here.
living here, yeah.
Because it's a mess living here.
What's a mess living everywhere else, bro? Like Hawaii's the best place to be quite honest.
It's a pandemic.
Yeah.
No, but I mean like money
You're gonna be
wise.
stuck anywhere. You might as well be.
And traffic
might wanna be
wise,
home.
Yeah.
Other than
Facts.
that, though, this is the
super
spot.
expensive and the worst traffic,
Yeah.
especially
My
when it's in the
spot- it's my
box.
place.
I'll say this now.
Yeah.
People, we know you love Hawaii that live outside of Hawaii. You can come to visit. Fine. Don't move here. There's too many people here already.
Yeah,
Yo, and
dog.
we
Fuck
got no
out of here,
space.
dog.
and real quick, any of y'all come to Hawaii, you better treat employees here with goddamn respect because
Facts.
that shit that you guys do out there
Bring
in the
your mask.
mainland ain't gonna fly here. Y'all know,
Bring your mask.
y'all know who the fuck Max Holloway is? you think
There's a Max Holloway in every corner
you
here,
think
bro.
he's the only guy that knows how to fight like that in the UFC? No, it's everywhere here.
Every other dude.
Like everybody knows how to fight like that here. So
Waianae is only half an hour drive away, bro.
Yo, look, turn up the dubs, yo.
West Side.
Young coats in the background throwing up the dubs.
Hell yeah.
Okay, that was a good tangent. But going back, let's go with imagery, right? A lot of times, I'm in the middle generation, but the older people, right? They're not about the whole flaunting nice clothes, the dressing up, like, why you have to dress up for? You're just going to the store, you know what I mean? But it's because you, like, with the younger generations, because I want to. It's not a flex. It's just like, I feel like wearing this versus the mindset of older people. It's more like, why you gotta look good for? It's like you're showing
Why you gotta
off.
dress up to go do something.
Yeah, why you gotta dress
basic,
up?
like you can wear basic clothes to do basic tasks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that goes back to the imagery that you guys put on. Because I'll be completely 100 with you. I thought you were a complete fuckboy when I saw you on IG. Yeah. So I was like, who's this fucking kid fucking standing on a chair? Like, you're so extra to stand on the chair. Oh, I didn't
You
understand.
gotta get on that chair.
Yeah, I know.
Show out.
Just standing on that table.
No, but like I didn't understand the imagery, right? But for you and for the younger generation, it's very like, he's like having fun to his own songs. He's really just, being genuinely happy. I didn't get that. To me, because I grew up between the older and the newer, I can understand both, but I was torn. So I had to get to know. And when I met you, I was like, oh, what's up, man? And I was like, fuck. I can't hate him no more.
Fuck,
He's
I'm a
such
dick.
a nice guy.
I'm
I'm an
such a dick.
asshole. Why did I make this?
Wow.
Pro?
Fuck, I'm an asshole.
You guys heard it here first. DJ Inspekt is
No.
actually an asshole.
So
No, but
you
I
heard it
was-
here first. DJ Inspekt judges people before he actually gets to know them.
Look, but I'm taking ownership of what I'm saying is what I'm doing right now, and that I was completely wrong in my bias. But after doing that, I've learned in whatever small meetings we had, the energy was just so bright. It was very it's kind of scary actually, because you can be this subtle dude that I can shake hands with and say hi, but I didn't get a lick of any negative energy from you, which is why it's probably why it's so infectious with your music too, right? That you have that certain energy that the older generation will probably never understand, but you're able to talk to your like you said it right in the pod that you literally go and talk to your fans, right? How is that like for you when you go and talk to these kids that listen to you?
You know,
They fuck with him, bro. I be up in the live.
I was in the live too.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, Ocean Evil fans go hard, bro. Ocean Evil fans.
Dude,
go-
I saw the
no,
chat.
Bro, it was for Bad Ting. He was like, "Hey, if you
Yeah.
fuck with me, go to my
Facts.
homie's post, drop black hearts." I swear to God. I was like,
Oh, he
"Bro,
rated
this is
you.
a lot of yeah.
He rated you.
He rated Bad Ting for me, but
Yeah.
his fans go hard for him
Facts, he did the
because
same for me.
it's
Damn.
it's not just fans, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's honestly not.
It's a whole
just
cult up in
fans.
this bitch.
he had a
I
post.
am in the cult.
He had a post of an unreleased song
Yeah.
of mine
Yeah.
that he posted on his Instagram feed,
Yeah.
and he was like 100 comments, and I dropped
Damn.
it, and he got 100 comments.
Yeah, it's,
I was like,
yeah, it's crazy.
it still never came out.
It's still did.
That's
Leak it,
bad.
leak it.
Yeah, his fans really fuck with him. Even if like the people he fuck with, since I started fucking with him heavy, and they seen that, like I just get a bunch of followers, and I'm like, I get messages from people. I'm like, you know this guy? He's like, yeah, that's one of my dudes, like one of my fans. So I'm like, all right, let me hit him back up. Then.
Yeah.
That's
So-
tight.
And that's kind of how it is with us too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone seems to circulate through networks. Like,
Yes.
if you're homies of this person, let me go check them out, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
So do you ever
Word
get
of
like
mouth.
messages and comments from people like make more of the Sky Dream?
all the
sound?
time?
He's like, all the time, stop it.
It's always Sky Dream 2. Or
Dream.
make a song like this, because I'll still have people that will message me that don't even follow me, that I've never heard of. They'll be like, they just randomly message me one day like, yo, I've been rocking with you since Sky Dream. When are you gonna make a Sky Dream 2 or some shit like that?
Dang.
That'd be tight, though. Sky Dreams 2 would be sick.
I have it. I have a beat.
Produced by you?
heard it here first.
Hold on,
Produced
hold
by
on.
you?
Which one's your mic? Which one's
Did
your
you
mic?
produce this one?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Sky Dream.
You
One-
produced Sky Dream? Oh, that's right.
One more time. I'm turning off everyone's mic. Say it one more time.
I have a Sky Dream 2 beat.
Go. Say it.
A Sky Dream 2 beat that I haven't recorded vocals on yet, but since people ask, yeah, it's like the same melodic glide melody that is like my secret melody.
Ooh, secret sounds. So when we getting that pack, bro?
I'll tell you right now, it's a stock Logic sound. You could literally make all the Sky Dream in Logic right now.
Yeah, you say that in your life, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, okay. So the DAW for people to know is that you use Logic,
Yeah.
and you don't.
Hey,
Logic Gang.
Logic Gang.
Yeah.
This guy's a fucking traitor.
Here we go. Here we go. I still look. I'm recording off
Yeah, for
Logic
now.
right now.
For now. For now.
Logic Gang.
Logic Gang.
I want to get back to like the fan thing though.
Yes, let's go.
So with that, being that I'm so heavily inspired by X.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I was into him, like just like as a fan, like connected with everything that he would post. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he would make posts talking about mental health all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like damn, like that's why I really fuck with this dude. So when it came to me being in that seat of as an artist,
Yeah.
like since the get go, oh, you fuck with my music? Dope, where you from? Oh shit, blah blah blah. Like have conversations with every single fucking
Yeah.
supporter and kid.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's why it's kind of overwhelming, and I don't really answer a lot because I have to jump between. Oh, I'm talking to this kid about he just got bullied in school today. I'm talking to this dude. He said my music is fire. We're having a funny conversation. I got to jump to this conversation. Oh, this kid is very like depressed. Like so it's so many mixed emotions going through like different conversations with different people. But like that's really how I have the hardcore people like that will always comment on my shit. That will always like even message me random shit. Like I just had someone message me today that out of nowhere like, hey, it's my birthday today. I was like, oh, dope. I posted on my story like, let's all tell him happy birthday. And he's
Oh,
like,
that was the post.
yeah.
Yeah, I said happy birthday.
Yeah. So once that post is over, I'm gonna show him everybody that told him happy birthday. It's like I'm really like a family. That's why I always call it family. I don't even like to say
Yeah.
fans.
That's dope.
That's crazy. Like
I fuck with that.
that's a lot of like trust with you and your fans as an artist, because someone to say, hey, that's my birthday, and to get a response like, oh shit, okay, let's do this. Is so tight to me because there's not a lot of artists that I know or that I even follow for that matter that would do that kind of stuff. And I know that from your standpoint you don't think you're a big artist, but from me, I can speak for me, is that you kind of are.
Far from it.
You kind of are, and your humility keeps you grounded though.
Exactly,
But you're at such a platform that most of us don't have, and you're still able to keep these kinds of relationship with your fans and keeping these hardcore fans. Do you think that will dwindle the more you keep gaining success?
I don't think so. That's what I always say. Like every time I'm on live or I have a one-on-one conversation, they're like, "Remember me" or whatever. When you blow up or whatever the fuck, I'm like, "Yo, everybody who's here right now, I know your names. Like, I'm gonna remember your names. Oh, blah blah blah. In my live right now. Oh, blah blah blah. I'm talking to you right now. I remember you. Like I know what conversations we had. I keep tabs. I know what we talked about last time. Like, so if I, let's say, blow up and it's like millions of people trying to talk to me,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make it for the world. Like I'm just gonna start posting myself talking, like just as an open thing, but directly to my family of supporters. You know.
Yeah.
So it's like it's still there, and that's what X was doing. You know, he would talk on his story about, you know, his mental health, so you can understand what he's going through, and then what he's doing to like battle it, and you know, and cope with it. And then other people would see that and like, damn, I'm going through some hard shit right now. Like that helps. Oh, he said, you know, this and that. Okay, that helps. Oh, keep a journal. All right, yeah. Maybe that'll help me. You know, shit like that. That's why I always say my DMs are open. Even if I don't answer, my DMs are open. You want to say anything? You're going through this and that. It's open. It's always there. If you need to let out anything, you're not judged. You know, like that's like a big thing, especially with kids nowadays that are like turning to like Zans or whatever.
Yeah, well, because I think like you're able to project to people that most people on social media, and I feel like this should be a well-known thing, but I feel like it's still not. That most people's lives on social media is just a highlight reel.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know, like I was telling, like for you, for instance, you're a very positive person, but for me, I feel like I can see like past that, like you've been through some shit. You know what I mean? Like I can see past that enough to where you're currently going through some shit. You know, but like you said, you're able to overcome, and you use that to like relate with people. You know, and people need that because like the whole social media like dynamic. People will post up like, oh, like eating out here, I'm eating out there, or I get to travel, this and that. But most of you kids probably don't know. They probably went on one trip, took a bunch of different pictures on either like different days, right? And like they'll go on different trips. Yeah, they'll go on different trips, but then they just stack up all the content. Yeah. They're not actually traveling all the time, or they're not actually eating out all the time. And if they are, they're probably broke.
That's what I'm saying. Like
you know what I
gotta
mean?
be vulnerable.
Yeah,
and that's why it's like my music is. It does get vulnerable sometimes, so they know. Like if I tell you, like you can talk to me about whatever it is, they know because I'm already doing that through music. Like not like because I don't have the way I always seen it is like I will go through some shit. If I'm going through some shit, I don't have anyone to talk to. Like I don't have, and I, you know, someone that's gonna understand whatever it is. Like I don't really do that. So I always know what it's like to not have anyone
to talk to.
You know, if you're going through whatever it is. I know what it's like. So, like for these kids that are like messaging me, talking about whatever it is, type of problems that they're going through, I'm so down to be that person. You know, if you need it, I'm so down to be it. If I can change your life or save your life or whatever it is, I'm going to do that, regardless of whatever it is, who you are, doesn't matter. You can be any type of race. You can be gay, straight, whatever the fuck. It doesn't matter to me. If you're going through something, I can try to feel your pain as much as I can, but I'm an option. You know.
I think it goes back. And this is why if I wasn't a fan, dude, if I'm not even a deeper fan than I already am now, pause. I'm even way more because
Bust one out.
hold on, wait, I gotta take out the second one. No, it's I preach about this all the time, and a lot of people misunderstand when I say things about mental health, and we're a lot of older people say just get over it, right? But we're not in that era. We don't live.
Or they tell you like, oh, you're too young to stress.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's 20 years. It's not 20 years ago. We're in now, and the level of things is different. The social climate is different. The way kids ingest things is different. The food, everything. So you cannot compare what your grandpa or your dad lived through. We're living in a very difficult time for a younger generation. Yes, it's easier in your eyes, not to the kids' eyes. Just because they have a phone and you can call, you can text faster now, doesn't mean that, it's also a recording device that can capture all the dumb shit you didn't intend to do. You know what I mean?
And because of that neglect from the older generation that just said, like, man up or whatever the fuck, who are these kids looking up to? It's other kids.
Exactly.
That are influencers, whatever you want to call it.
Or even other people on social media acting a fool.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know?
So,
Like,
to be an outlet, like, there's not many. There's not many that I can't even name one that I can, like, go to and talk to, and they'll hit me right back, and they'll be a human, you know, rather than just some big influencer or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's crazy because I can say that because even for me, like, I'm a little bit older than all these guys, but it's the same. Like, all the people that I, like, you know, fuck with or vibe with are a little bit younger because of the same reason. Like, some of the older guys are maybe like my age. I'm only 26, but maybe some of those people, they have that same kind of mindset, or, you know, they're just, like, stuck in that type of
like
way.
stop being a bitch. Like,
like,
just suck it up.
Or like being vulnerable is considered like a weakness.
Yeah.
Toxic. Man.
The one thing about 36 that I love so much is that he's so open, so open, and that's what I feel like just keeps him, like, at a young and, like, very influenced, you know, spirit. You know,
Yeah, and you're chill as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're the only guy with a ski mask right now. Like, look at him. He's chilling.
No, you know what that reminds me of? Adventure Time.
Yeah.
and that's why I fuck with him, you know, because it's like I feel like the only thing that makes you old is having a closed mind.
Yes.
Facts.
Facts.
100%. That's why I'm 22.
Where's the
No, I tell people, like, okay, even though I'm 25, I tell people I feel like I'm even younger than when I was in high school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, even though I'm doing a lot of adult shit, you know?
Sure, yeah.
Like, I just feel like I have a healthier mindset now than I did.
See, and, like, going to that, like, I think that's, like, I'm very grateful that, like, the type of household that I was raised in, because I luckily didn't come from a household where it's like, just suck it up. For a while it was, but I remember, like, my dad's, like, his number one go-to phrase was, like, or the story that he told me was, like, the guy going to talk to somebody about finding out, like, what is the best way to become wiser, the wisest man in the world. And so he gives him a teacup, he starts pouring the tea, it starts overflowing, and he's like, oh, you need to, like, stop pouring because it's overflowing. He's like, or maybe you just need a bigger bowl. Or you just need a bigger cup. Because the moment that you tell yourself, oh, this is too much, or I can't learn anymore, like, you've limited yourself. The moment that you drop yourself into a cup, then you drop yourself into a bucket, to a pool, to an ocean, like...
No pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended. I didn't realize, good catch. But the moment that you allow yourself to continuously learn and stop closing your mind off to, oh, this is what it is, this is how I think, this is, like, the moment that you start opening your eyes and you open your mind, like, the possibilities are endless.
I feel like one thing too, like, being, like, yourself.
You gotta come in closer, bro.
Well, being yourself is, like, more considered, like, a useful thing, because, you know, like, people are like, you should be set in this kind of way or whatever. So then that's why I, like, when he said that, like, I connected with that, because, like, I feel like I'm more younger now, but I'm older. But it's just because I'm, like, more myself. It's sort of like being yourself is, like, looked at it like
It keeps you young.
like a useful thing. You know, like, people do crazy shit with your hair, or you do whatever. You're just being yourself. You're like, you know, when you're, like, an adult or whatever, that's, like, looks like frowned upon. But, you know,
Yeah.
No, and I
useful energy is
I hate it when people are like, I'm 26. I feel old.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
get
like-
outta here with that shit.
Yeah, I'm just like, shut up.
That's the difference between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset.
yeah, facts.
You start getting to a certain age, and you're like, it's over.
Hey, but us
like,
men,
it's
we
just
got an
started.
advantage. You know why? Because women peak at like 22, 23. We peak like
At
past
like
our 30s.
fucking 40
And we continue to peak. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
we got an advantage.
Oh,
Sad.
you
That's
on
true,
one
though.
today.
That's
you
true, though.
on one
That's
today.
true, dude.
See, I lost my
Women
train
will
of
be
thought
the
in my
first to
head.
tell you that too.
Go. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. Thank you. Talking about women, a lot has.
How do you fend them off, bro? No.
Ocean, please. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
By staying tied
What are
down.
your techniques
Drowning in
His
it.
techniques by staying tied
to
down.
swerving these?
Okay, all of us pretty much are in agreement of not liking this elderly hate on Asians right now, right? So there's a big light shine into this, and recently there has been a lot of incidents with elderly Asian women being beaten or being mistreated. I feel like this is our version of like what BLM was last year, and is around the same time it's happening. What are your thoughts? And granted, we understand that depending on the Asian race, elderly women can be aggressive, can be very disrespectful at times. I'm not saying that it's correct, but what is your opinions on all these just shining, being shed to light now? Because we all know it's been happening for a very long time.
Well, are they driving or? I'm just...
Terrible.
Yo, we're gonna get canceled.
Bro.
We're gonna get canceled.
Gotta get him.
Oh my
That's the one where they'll be like, what are their IGs again? Who shared the story? We're gonna hunt them down. Damn.
No, I can't even think.
Damn.
First off, that's a stereotypical thing. We don't all agree. But yeah, I just want to get your thoughts on the things that are happening with all that right now.
Being that you're Asian too.
Yeah, being that you're Asian too.
I'm actually not that aware of all
Really?
that. At least what's currently going on. You know, I wish I was, but I'm. You know, I don't want to say anything that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
gonna be
know.
very honest. I
Yeah,
only
I
vaguely
don't know what the fuck
I
is going on right
it.
now.
I heard about it, but I thought it was just
tripping.
older elderly people in general, because I remember David So was talking about it, and I follow him on Instagram because I find his content.
Well, Jeremy
funny
Lin
as fuck.
too.
Yeah, Jeremy Lin came out and talked about it too, but David So was talking about like how the elderly generation, for the most part, for Asian cultures, like they don't say anything because they don't want to cause a problem. They keep their heads down. They stay out of their. They stay
Asian
out of
people are for the most part very non-confrontational.
confrontation.
Yes.
They're very
Well,
kept to
depending on the
themselves.
race.
Depending, because
on who-
I'm Vietnamese. Vietnamese people are confrontational, bro. Like,
Them elbows.
I went to Japan, and my uncle who already went to Japan, he's like, I love it because you could be going through the train stations. Everybody has their suits and they're going to work or whatever. You could drop dead right there. People still going, doing whatever, whatever the fuck they want to do. You know?
Jeez.
Yeah, okay.
It's like, that's not too
They
good.
literally, it's like just in the culture to like literally mind your own business, do your own thing, live your
Yeah.
own life, do not bother others. Kind
Yes.
Out of like the what is the word I'm looking for when you're thinking about somebody else.
respect.
Consideration.
Consideration. Thank
Yeah.
you. Out of consideration for others around you, do your own thing. Don't get into other people's business.
There's
Like,
actually
that's
like
how it
a
is.
word in Japan that's like everywhere around the train stations and shit. It's some word or phrase. And it's something about like, you know, mind your business and be respectful. And that's everywhere. And I forget what it is. So correct me if I'm. But yeah, that's everywhere, and that's like the kind of mindset they have, and that's why you go through the trains or whatever, and
People
are-
bump into each other. It's like nothing.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
you know, it's so civil there.
Yeah, but that's also like a lot of like there's a lot of like the
Talk
like
closer
the,
to the mic.
like the,
History.
No, like
Oh.
the rape thing.
Got
And, like, the
it.
molestation thing, like
Yeah.
people think that it's just like fetishized, but like it's an actual thing.
What?
Yeah.
When you go onto train, like when girls go onto trains, especially schoolgirls, when they go onto trains, they will get groped.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And they will be
right,
touched,
right,
and
right,
like
right.
people are like wild, like dudes will try to penetrate them too while they're on the train.
Yeah.
because
I've
they're
seen- never
taught
mind.
to not fucking like because it literally
What?
says you're not supposed to talk about it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like because of that culture, that's like a thing out there. But like yeah, it's just like
This is in Japan.
Well-
Or you're talking generally?
I would say mostly in Japan because Japan is like he was saying, like that's
Yeah.
what they.
I was
Wow.
walking through the streets of Tokyo, and there was a guy, like, there was like a wall and there's a sidewalk. There's a guy right there on the sidewalk, on the ground, covered in blood. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened to him, and everyone's just like,
Wait.
Damn.
Hold up. There's a guy on the floor covered in blood,
yeah,
and
like-
everyone was just like on their merry way to do what
yeah,
they're
it's
doing.
like he was just like there. Just like,
That's insane.
and then we leave the spot and we come back to there, and then there's like the ambulance there and whatever. It's
But most people aren't like rubbernecking and like crowding around.
no. Because, like, what if you do something and it fucks it up even worse or whatever? That's probably, like, the mindset.
That's probably what
of
they're
it.
thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's
Like,
watching.
Or say, I ain't got no goddamn time. I gotta get to work before my ass gets fired.
But I love Japan. It's, like, my favorite place in the world.
I love Japan.
You gotta try Vietnam, bro.
Back up.
Yeah,
Despite
Yeah.
everything.
You guys are going?
Whoa, whenever they open it back up.
That's what we were.
definitely going.
Dude, we're trying to go
Dude.
to Vietnam and like whenever they open back up.
Yeah.
Too.
Because when I went to Japan, like I don't know whether it could like it's the culture in itself, but there's like dudes that you would think would cause trouble, right? Like dress that way. Like you know how you see on the Instagram with all the Asians in the nice ass clothes? Yeah. So you think it'd be like some fuckboy shit, right? So I would walk, right? And through what's that place? Harajuku?
Okay.
Right? I'll walk. And there's a bunch of dudes, they're all like, they act like punk kids, not acting, but you know, you just, in your head, you're like, oh shit, think about the mob me, right? So I'm walking, I didn't know I dropped money. I dropped like a shit ton of money. It fell out of my pocket because I had it. And the guy, he like taps me, he's like, sumimasen. And then he's like, you dropped this. I go, oh shit, right? Oh, thank you. He's like, oh, no worries. And then I was like, I gave him money. I was like, here. He goes, no. Obviously, too, it's not customary to tip there.
People.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but there's stories I've heard where people like dropped their wallet. They didn't even know for like an hour. They
Yeah.
went back to the spot where they thought they dropped it, and it was still there.
Bro, that's my favorite part
Dude.
about Japan. So I used to go there for kendama trips because I used to be a sponsored kendama player.
Really?
Wait. Say that one more time.
Yeah, let's
for
stop
the
everything.
people to hear.
I used to be a sponsored kendama player. I used to play for Sweets Kendamas.
Yo.
I would get. That's why I would. That's why I would go to Japan for those competitions and those World Cups. And then when we would go, it was like a crew of us, and we'd have cameras, filming edits, or whatever. Someone left their like $1,000 worth of camera equipment on the train, and then we'd like hear like the next day, it's like, oh, someone brought it back or whatever. You know? It's like we and they're like the Kendama group is so wild. It's so fun, but that's why we losing shit, but it just comes right back. Like people. Like,
Damn.
and there was only one city, one part of Japan where it was like actually like, you know, they got their skateboard stolen, they got their money stolen. There's only like one part that's like bad. So that's what.
I'll take one over the entire country.
Exactly.
Fuck that. Wait, so you are a sponsored kendama player?
I feel honored.
Yo,
I don't want to.
yo. I've learned something new from Ocean today. If I didn't love you anymore, dude, the man does it all. He produces on Logic, makes amazing music, and hits numbers that a lot of people don't see. Fuck, what don't you do?
Eat ass.
Drugs.
I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if you
Oh,
did
yeah,
it.
drugs? Yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't do drugs. Okay, that's another thing too, right? Do you drink?
No, hell no.
You don't smoke? No drugs at all? No, I meant like, you know,
I'm on
weed.
that ass about that right there. I'm on that ass right there.
But yeah, no, none of that. Like,
You don't do any type of drugs?
Nah, I don't even got nothing. Especially against smoking weed. Smoking weed is like cool. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but you just don't do it. It's not for you.
No, because like when I was in elementary school, that's when I was introduced to all that shit. So it's like by the time I even got to high school, I'm like, oh, I'm over this. Like I was hanging
Wait,
around.
you were introduced in elementary school?
I was smoking weed.
In elementary school?
I'm sorry, mom.
I'm sorry.
I was smoking weed.
Sounds like an episode of Dr. Phil right now.
I tried drinking. I smoked cigarettes.
Okay.
Like
Any hard drugs?
No.
Never done it?
So the thing with that, when I was during my high school years, I was always around the druggies. I was always around the skateboard kids, and I was just looked at as
Always the skaters.
yeah.
Right? It's always us,
It's
damn it.
always the skaters.
I was looked at as a druggie and like a fuck boy and like a you know, just a bad kid.
Yeah.
Even though like I ain't fuck no one at school, I ain't do no drugs, I ain't, do no bad.
But
shit.
just because of the people you surround yourself
Exactly,
with.
yeah.
By association.
Exactly. So I was around all that for all of high school. I was around people who started off just smoking weed, and then they started smoking weed every day, and like it was the thing to do. And then they started going to bars and pills, and then they would take like over 10 bars in one day, and then they move up to heroin and shit like that. And then it sucks.
Wild.
Yeah, it's just like the youth now, especially here. We see so much shit, and it's like monkey see, monkey do.
It's
Yeah,
hella
yeah.
impressionable now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Agreed.
look at all these dumbass Fortnite dances.
Here we go.
What you gotta say about Fortnite, bro?
Bro,
Say 1v1.
Probably durst my ass, bro.
What's the
Like,
90s look like?
you cranking 90s, bro?
Let me see your edits.
No, and it's crazy because like with kids now, they're not ashamed to do it in public.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
yeah, like
Kids like blowing, like they got vapes and they're blowing like fat clouds.
yeah, and these are kids that you can't. They're not even old enough to buy these things.
Yeah.
So like, because I remember the first time I've ever tried weed, right? I'd be like, tell the homie like, hey,
Yeah,
look
yeah.
out, and then he's like,
Yeah, facts. Low key with it.
right? Like you're not supposed to be seen with any. It's like embarrassing.
Honestly, I had when I started smoking weed, I had an understanding being in Hawaii that I was like, dude, everybody does
You
it.
Gucci. Yeah.
Just do it.
Really?
I had that understanding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hear you.
Damn.
I hear you
When it comes to weed, at least.
Yeah, when it
Yeah.
comes down to weed, like
Bro, when I was smoking weed, it looked like I was doing crack. I was like,
you
yo,
probably
don't
look
get
like
catched.
you were doing crack.
No, because it was very. You weren't supposed to get caught with it. I'm just saying, like it was a bad look, right?
Hawaii? Was this in Hawaii?
No,
Oh, was
Was this back in
America?
here we go.
Guam,
Here we go.
Guamania.
Back in
Right.
Guam, one syllable, one syllable. But yeah, no, it was a bad look to get caught with any type of drugs. Like if you were to get caught with drugs, you were immediately looked at as a bad person,
I feel that. I can feel that.
right?
Yeah.
So like now with the kids, they're just like, oh, you want some yay in public, in front of people.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me, even for my brain to comprehend. So, do you think it's because we're going back to that topic of they have no one to talk to? The people they look up to are influencers. Where let's just be honest, a lot of them aren't good influencers,
And they don't give a fuck about him.
and
They
they don't.
don't
Yeah,
fuck
they don't
about
give
them.
a
Just trying to
fuck
get a bag
about
off
them.
'em.
Or they're listening to these rappers or any type of artist that raps about drugs or even like gives you the enticing to do it. Like they glorify it.
Yeah.
Is that why you're very like, nah, not for me, not for who I am. It's not me anyway.
The reason like I don't do it is because I've seen
You've seen it destroy so many.
my friends. Like
Yeah.
I had a best friend in high school that he was like my best friend. And then he started taking bars, and then it started to get just like a little out of control, you know. And I was living at his house that's when I made Skydream. It was in like a box with a mic in his house in his room. I was living there for like over a year. He got really invested into bars and shit, and it was just. It's so sad to see, and out of all of my friends, because there was like a group of us living at his house, and I was the last one to stay because I really like, I was his good friend.
Yeah.
So and then there's so many other people that I wasn't that close with, but it's just like so fucked up off drugs, and then they moved to heroin, and it's like they're in the kitchen right outside while I'm recording a song off the tinfoil, smoking a heroin or something.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, if you listen to the recording, you can actually hear
Yeah.
that.
it's Skydream. All my dreams.
Damn. I thought that was added. It was a
I
legit.
fucking feel bad for laughing. Now. Holy shit, that's like fucked up. That's fucking shit.
Wait, so with your friend, did you try and like were you at the point in your life, did you try and like, hey yo, you need to chill? Like, did you check him constantly, or were you just like, fuck, I want to help you but I can't?
This is why I say Xans are the worst drug that you can do. You take it, you think you're fine, and then you take so much because you think you're fine. You think you're fine. You keep popping it.
Because you're not feeling nothing.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and it makes you feel good, you know? So, and I can only speak because I've been watching it, and then you forget everything.
Yeah.
And the same thing happens every day. So it would be like days he would go out in front of the house and just like, fuck, and then smash people's windows and like
What?
go crazy. And then
Yeah.
I would have to go outside, and his mom would have to come outside like, yo, calm down, like, blah, blah, blah. And the same thing, like, in the next couple of days, and the same thing, and the same thing. So it was like, I couldn't do anything. And it was at that point where I just have to separate myself.
You have to love from afar.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then it was like, oh, so you don't fuck with me no more. I see how it is, blah, 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 blah. It's like, yo, I tried everything.
Like you can only do so much.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you, I can't help you, you can't help yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always say that there's like this thing of like, let's say your homies that you really want to see win are here, and then you're right here with them. Like, how much can I bring you up if I'm right here? You
Yeah.
know, I need to be here if I really want to help you. If I really
Yeah.
care about you, I gotta build myself up to bring you here. You know,
Yeah.
And it's like that whole thing. I couldn't stick by that. I couldn't stay by that. You know.
Yeah, like
Big pharma.
big pharma fucks up so much shit. Like dog.
See, because from my understanding of what Zanny does, right, it makes you feel good, but it's a downer, right? It's supposed to make you like sleepy.
Honestly,
sort of.
Okay.
I've done it before. I don't know. I think everybody's different, but it makes me.
By
feel
the way,
like,
I've never tried
floaty.
it, so
like, it makes
I've
me feel
never
like
done
I'm
it, like,
floating.
Well, the
consistently.
on a cloud.
The people I was with, they were popping like 8 and then like 11.
Yeah.
What?
See,
I
like,
can't say that's
here's-
crazy because I used to take that much rolls.
See, but rolls are different. No, okay. See,
I know
so
rolls
can-
are different.
Rolls
You're
are
not gonna
different.
forget it.
They're
You're gonna be
like, I
ends.
did that.
I can actually hold on.
I'm proud of this shit.
I want to go. Now you brought that up. Like, I want to go into that. Rolls is MDMA.
Yeah.
Primarily MDMA. All it does is release serotonin.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything else to your body except release
you
your
feel
serotonin.
good.
Yes.
The only thing that you're doing when you're taking rolls is blasting it. So you're loading yourself up with serotonin and blasting it out at the same time.
Well, some of that shit got like meth, crack.
Yeah,
depending.
and like that's why like
It's
if you
not
do
pure.
too much when it's
Not-
cut with the
yeah.
wrong things, you can OD. But for the most part, MDMA just blasts serotonin
Yeah.
out of your system. Xanax is that's why like pharmaceuticals themselves because Xanax is an antidepressant or an anti.
It changes the chemical makeup of your mind.
It changes the
Anti-anxiety,
chemical makeup
anti-
of your mind.
Yeah.
Correct. It literally is releasing things into your brain to make you be like, oh, it's all good.
Yeah.
I have known people to fucking crash their car because they thought they were good to drive on Xans and they like fucked up their car. And like I know it from firsthand because like fuck, I don't know if I want to talk about this on the pod.
Up to you.
Fuck.
Just keep it brief.
I already it's
Talk
just
about it.
Oh, we can
If you
steer.
don't
We can
want-
steer
yeah.
it.
no.
Yeah, you know,
it's
if you don't
just
want to,
because
you don't have
it's-
to.
It's like honestly, I'm just scared. Like somebody's gonna watch and they're gonna say something about me talking
Yeah,
about it.
exactly.
But that's why it's just like
It's terrible.
you when
Yeah, I
you
was
live
just
when
saying.
you
It's
live
definitely
close
terrible.
hand to it and you have to deal with it day in and day out. Like it's
Okay, I see. So
it's
the
draining. It's like
Even-
literally draining.
Even
because-
people who like take it normally, who like are supposed to take it, they get fucked up too.
really.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
dude.
it's
what
not-
happens
no
is like
bueno.
they try it and they're like, oh, this makes me feel good. When I'm not feeling good, let me take more. And that's why I do not fuck with pharma. I hate pharma. Like
It's like a Band-Aid.
the only reason why too is
Band-Aid
like I had a
over
bad I
Yeah.
I had a run in with oxys one time because I had the tooth pulled out and they gave me oxycodone. And I knew of somebody who knew how to take the oxy because it's acetaminophen, 250 milligrams, and like 5 milligrams of oxycodone.
Okay.
So the reason why they do that is so that way you can only take so much because your body can only handle so much acetaminophen. If you take too much, you'll die. You'll kill your liver. So what
I'm
happens
impressed with
is-
how you say that.
Acetaminophen.
acetaminophen?
Acetaminophen.
Onomatopoeia.
Yeah, for real. But there's a way to treat the pill to
Yeah.
drip off all of the acetaminophen. You literally will take the acetaminophen out of the
I
pill.
feel like you're trying to flex when you say it because you're saying it really fast.
No. It's just like you literally take the APAP off the pill, and
Yeah.
what you're left with is pure
You
oxy.
just hit us with another like.
For
That's
real.
what it's called.
It's called an APAP?
APAP.
I didn't even.
Like
I didn't know
like
that.
That's what it said. That's what it said. Well, that's what it said on my bottle. I'm just off of the bottle that I
Okay.
had. And so I
Sorry,
knew
I
somebody
don't
who
read.
knew how to. I knew somebody who knew how to cold water treat it. Is what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
So what they do is they drip cold water on it. It runs off the acetaminophen. You're left with oxys, and then you ingest just the oxys. So I was like, sure, let me try it. I almost got fucked up because the deal was I asked the guy, I was like, hey, I'm not going to use all of it. I want to try these 10. You can take the other 20 and flip it. Can you cold water treat this for me?
Oh shit.
And he's like, okay, cool. Took the 20, flipped it, and gave me the 10 worth of that bag. And I tried it, and I was fucking tempted to call him and be like, do you think you could, do you still have my 20? Do you think I can can you do that to
Oh,
the 20?
shit.
I was close.
Off off the one that you just got?
See, but that's the thing. It's 10. So that's 50 milligrams of that's 50 milligrams of oxy. And I didn't know how much I was ingesting.
Oh, I got you. I
remember
got you.
doing it one time and I got sick and I threw up and I was feeling terrible and I was like, oh my God. But I remember the times after that, I knew not to take as much. And so I was taking less, but it became more.
Like you're taking smaller doses, but in mass
Because
amounts.
like what it does, that's literally legal heroin. It's literally legal heroin. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel warm. It makes you feel fuzzy. It makes all the bad feelings go away. It takes the pain away. Like you're just like, oh, it feels so good. Which is why you hear about people doing crazy stuff when they're on heroin because they literally feel like they're like everything just feels good. They could be
Interesting.
bleeding out and they'll be like, oh, it feels so good.
I can see that. I can see
I'm,
that.
I'm not even kidding though. Like that's what that drug does to you. And pharma knows this kind of shit is going on. That's how they make money. That's how they make money off of bars, off of oxys, off of all those types of things. Lean, all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's all. Yeah, big pharma's fucked up.
You want to know why we went to the war in Iraq?
Here we go. Here we go.
Google it.
It's not for gas.
Between 03 and 05,
It's not for
that's
oil.
when the best opiates came out.
It's not for oil. We ain't got no problem with.
Are we doing this conspiracy theory again?
Think about it.
Are we doing this again?
No. Think about this. They said that there was going to be a gas and oil crisis because we were out of fossil fuels, and so
Yes.
that's why we had to go there.
Yes.
Bro, think about it. I know people are gonna hate on me for saying this, but when Trump got in, we pulled everybody. Like we were pulling people out. We were out of that.
Actually, the Pentagon lied to him about that.
Oh, so there was a. See, the whole thing is like we
Oh,
were
man.
okay. See, well now there's a hole in my theory because we were still out there. So technically speaking, but to everybody else, we had pulled them back.
Mm-hmm.
They were no longer there. We didn't need people out there. So that's like 4 years. Where the fuck is the shortage?
Yep.
Where is the shortage on the gas? I thought y'all said that we were in a crisis and that's why we're out there getting all this oil.
It's for the poppy seeds.
Here we go. Anyway,
Matt,
go. That is a crazy tangent. But
So
going
music.
Going back. No, we're talking about the experience with his boy and through that experience, right? By the way, not taking away from your conversation, I was really invested.
no, it's fine. It's like I kind of want to.
So
No, yeah.
music.
Give him the knowledge.
And I really interested in that thing. But is that so? From that experience with your friend, did that lead to like fuck? I didn't even want to try Xanny. I don't want to try any other drug for that matter.
No, because I was the babysitter. All go to parks. Near 10 of us. They're off some this and this and this, Coke, Sands, whatever. I'm the only sober one. I was driving cars. I don't even have my license. I was driving a car for like a year.
Oh shit!
Do you still not have your license?
We're not even talking about that.
We got
No comment.
You see me on the road?
I plead the
Catch him in
fifth.
traffic.
He pleads the fifth. He pleads the
Just-
fifth.
yeah, you got it. I seen it.
Okay.
But
anyway,
yeah, that's the reason. So it's like, and that's why I hate it so much because I'm like dragging these people off Zans. Like, where are we?
And it was probably like mentally draining too.
It was,
be,
and it's
yeah.
like these people that are like,
oh,
my
that
only
makes
friends.
sense. It makes sense to what your album is, because I rather do for you than what I do for me first.
Yeah, exactly.
So
And
like you wouldn't want to put yourself and be that person for someone else to carry you and stuff. You don't want to be like that kind of.
that's like personally in my mind, that's why I never ever turn to any of that because I feel like during that time I was living at my friend's house, I would feel so bad because I wouldn't even talk to my mom for like months and months and months or whatever. And then like all I knew was these people and they were just getting high and like having fun and fucking shit up, and I would just like, yeah, I feel like if I were to ever be in that stage, like who the fuck would pick me up, you know? Like if I were to pop this or do this, I won't want someone to slap the fuck out of me, you know? And now I got cool people, you know what I'm saying? And that's why like since I knew TG from school, like and I still know him now, he's like the one that'd be like, the fuck?
Like, what the fuck you doing?
Like that's why like that's like my brother, like for real. Like
Okay, I know he's not here. I do want to talk to him about some stuff, but can I know what TG4 means?
so in high school, TG, I don't even know if I should. I don't even know if I-
You can ask him.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. We'll save that for him. We'll save that for him.
Yeah, save
I'm just really in like, you got 3-6, which we had our own understanding of what that was. Ocean Evil, I had an
Well,
understanding
I
of
can
what
say
that
this.
was.
So like in high school, we had like a group.
Yeah.
And that's why I say it's only me and him now. But the group was TG, which stands for something.
Oh, okay.
So the whole thing was like, you know, if it was to be like YBN, blah blah blah. YBN,
Oh, okay. Got it.
And 4, his actual rap name before was Quattro. He used to call himself Quattro.
Is he Spanish?
That makes sense.
No.
It's like Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Oh, true.
So his name used to be Quattro, and then there's no more group, and then he just because he created TG, I believe, with the homie Skunk, who's still a homie, but he doesn't really make music anymore. But he just took TG and then made it English from TG4.
Quattro.
Translate the version.
Oh, we're gonna
I kind
have.
of like that.
I like that. That's
four.
dope.
Yeah, I like
Sounds
TG4.
better than TG
Fun dog.
Quattro.
Yeah.
Or just
But
Quattro.
36.
26.
I can't say it in Spanish.
That's
I can
like
say it in
butcher.
Japanese.
So
crazy.
no drugs, no drinking. You straight up straight edge.
Nah, man, he on them puff bars, bro.
I don't.
No, I don't.
He's been.
Because
he hasn't
That doesn't really count, right?
It's not good.
It's not
Yeah, it
good,
can
but
be good.
But, you know, it's not.
Yeah.
Nah, but that's the juice though. And nicotine's that juice.
It ain't making him punch
I feel
windows
that.
out, so he's straight.
As long as you ain't punching out any
Okay,
windows.
wait,
bro.
hold on. You
You're good.
you smoke cigarettes. You
Yeah.
vape. You vape. I vape. You smoke or vape? You
Yeah,
vape.
every now and then. Yeah.
You vape. We all vape at this table, dog.
yeah, I
You know,
guess.
if
Just
you think about it like that,
nicotine,
we all take in nicotine at this table.
I think we all have a vice, at least one, where it could be vaping,
Drinking, or
drinking,
To me, it's
biting your
kinda
nails.
like, it's like a fidget thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Like
if
you
I-
do this shit.
Yeah, if I'm making music, I'm just like, because I'd be punching in, I'd be like, oh, my dreams are in the sky. It's like,
It's about though.
I'm making the lyrics. I'm just like, you know, whatever.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's
just
part
like,
of the process.
Yeah, it's kind of, because if I sit there, I just feel like dumbfounded.
yeah.
On the
What do I
same
say
way.
now?
So it's kind of like habit, pretty much.
Kind of.
It's the juice,
Like,
bro.
Yeah.
Part of the process.
Part of the, oh, it's part of the process.
It's part of the
Okay,
writing
It's the
process.
got
juice.
it.
When I don't have money, I don't be having it.
It's,
You know?
Oh, so it's not like an addiction thing. It's just like, yeah, I like doing this and I have
Yeah.
the funds for it. Okay.
Yeah.
Mine's like I'm scrounging around for quarters to buy a cigarette pack.
Nah, this will probably run out like tonight, and I'll just be like, "Fuck, I don't got $10." Like,
Yeah.
you just wait. You just wait.
Wait, you good, bro?
Yeah,
Do you need me to buy you one?
What are you doing, bro?
Enabling.
Yeah, but
Enabler.
I know what it feels like not to have cigarettes, so I'm helping the brother out.
So not only is DJ Inspekt asshole, but he's also an
also
An
enabler.
enabler.
And it's
You
funny
heard it here
too,
first.
because
but
like,
but he said it's part of the process, so I'm helping his process.
I've like
more
told my
tracks.
fans like so much, like I posted on my story. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna quit. Yeah. And then every time I go live, and I'd be forgetting, like I'd be like, I'm gonna go live. And then I'd just be like, yeah.
I see you too.
And then they're like, I thought you said you quit.
To be fair, I feel like I'm the only one that tells you that.
Nah, they be on his
I'm all
head.
used to it already.
No, he was on live and he goes, someone said, show your setup. And he's like, okay, hold up. This is my setup. I was like, damn.
Blow it down.
Man, I don't know.
So going back, you did when before we went back to talking about the mental health issue. You said you produced off Logic, right?
Yeah.
Why the why the choice of platform?
I think I already had a laptop.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a laptop because I was making Konami videos and shit, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had GarageBand already on there.
Mhm.
Started making beats on GarageBand. I would take it to the lunch table at school. I'd be like, check this out.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is dope. And then I just keep making beats. And then I bought Logic, and I'm just an Apple guy. I don't know.
Mm.
And then I'm so comfortable in it. You know, I've seen everything. I've seen Ableton. I've seen Pro Tools or whatever. I know the shortcuts, and I know
Yeah.
like the little things you can do to make it.
And the
Yeah,
switch
shit.
must have been fairly easy since
It's
GarageBand.
Logic's
Yeah.
pretty much a glorified garage.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah,
They
that's
just
the
built
big thing
on the
too.
same thing.
It's just an advanced GarageBand. You know?
So when did you start? You started producing first.
Yeah, that was the very first thing I did was produce because
Okay.
I would always listen to music. I used to do a lot of things like different passions and hobbies.
Mhm.
So the reason like I always loved music. I used
Mhm.
to break dance. I make Konami edits. I
Wait,
used
hold
do
up.
all
You used to
kinds of-
break dance too?
a long time ago.
Damn.
So
Hey,
it-
you and me, yeah, we the same, bro. We the same.
I was on the opposite end of that.
So it always like revolved around music, and I just always loved music. So I would like listen to music so much that I would just begin to like study it. Like, what about this song is so dope? What is a hi hat? What is this pattern?
Mm-hmm.
And then that's why I started producing.
You became a student of the game.
Yeah, exactly. And then I could say like my biggest inspiration to start making beats was Travis Scott,
Mm.
and that's why there's like kind of a dark sound. Like
I
I
think-
really like F sharp minor.
And,
Yeah, 'cause
and
it's-
when was that?
like
What year?
Dark shit, yeah.
Huh?
What year did you start producing?
I think the end of 2017, like
Oh,
October
okay.
2017 or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's when I was bringing my beats to school and shit. And then I was like trying to recreate songs, like recreate Travis Scott songs and shit like that. Cause I was
Must
I
have
was
been
super
lit
into
lunch.
Travis Scott. Huh?
Lit lunch table.
Yeah, we were in the speaker and like freestyle and shit. And like I would see that Travis Scott, he like produced for other artists and he was
Yeah.
his own producer and shit. I was like, yo, he's a fucking
Yeah,
goat.
right.
Before I even make music, let me produce.
Right.
And also that thing of everybody uses YouTube beats, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's eating off the
Oh,
same plate.
yeah.
I don't want my song to have a song that to have a beat that's from another song,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
you know? So
What you got
Fun
against
fact.
people using YouTube
Wait,
beats,
wait,
bro?
No. Okay. Wait. You guys want to talk about that? Fun fact. So the other day I was in my car. My girlfriend showed me a song, had the exact same beat as a bigger artist out in Reno. I'm gonna name drop Jeff Renee on his song Bored. His latest single Bored. My girlfriend showed me a song from like a girl who did it, and I'm just like, this is the exact same beat. And I was like, the only reason why I know is because I was gonna use that beat to write something. And I'm just like,
BeatStars.
dang. And like that's the thing. No, but he does have a point. Like with YouTube beats, if somebody bigger does it, nobody's gonna know who you are. And when they do hear your music, they're gonna be like, this is so and so's beat. Because they're bigger,
Right.
Even if you're the first one.
Even if you made the song before them, that's like there's nothing wrong with it, but that's the logistics. When you look at music, that's the logistics behind it. When you do stuff like that,
And I
Is
like
it-
to really be behind my music. You know, even if I wasn't producing it, I would want to produce it and be like, yo, put that there, put that there, put that there, put that there.
Right,
You
right.
know, that's
have control of your own creative process.
Exactly.
You don't have to
Nice.
write to something that's already presented. You can actually create the whole project.
And plus, the turnaround of music must be a lot quicker, right? You don't have to rely on anybody. Like,
it's actually slower.
Slower, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Slower?
it's gonna be
Because then you
slower.
gotta come up with
You gotta do
sounds.
Because you have to produce
Right.
it from the beginning,
Yeah.
then you
Right,
gotta
right.
write to it, then you gotta record it.
yeah.
But if somebody gives you a
Yeah.
YouTube beat, you sit there, you write it, you record it, you're done.
That's what I always say. Like, man, I wish I was one of these fucking rappers that just. Alright, you gonna mix it? Alright, you got the beat from. Alright, Alright, let's just do that and sit down. You know.
But I think at a certain point, like you will be, because like with who's in your team right now? It's you, 3-6, and TG4. That's it.
yeah.
You have no PR team. You have no merch handlers.
My family, my fan base. They
Really?
do everything.
Damn.
That's why I tell them I have 100% faith in you. If you think I should blow up, show me. If you don't think I should blow up, all right, cool. We're not gonna blow up. But that's it.
That's
gonna-
crazy.
And I also don't got money to be like, let me put a Spotify track
Yeah,
list.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like I don't no choice, and I don't, that's what it is.
But I mean, like, by the way, congratulations on the $1,000 worth of merch sold. That's incredible.
Thanks.
Right there.
That's it.
Supporter.
One right here,
Supporter.
one right there.
You know what I mean?
You cult.
The cult. Yeah.
Okay.
So I forgot.
So you really like you're good off of not being like famous and all that, as long as you're able to reach certain audiences, correct? Right? Like you don't have to have the whole like I'm this so and so I'm on this TV show, blah 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 blah. It's more or less just music for you.
It sounds to me like your mission is bigger than just music.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Definitely.
I feel like you don't have to be the guy. You know what I mean? Like you don't worry about being the guy.
Yeah.
You know, but you want to be somebody who's available to people, like you said.
I'm just really, really patient
Yeah.
because I know. I like if I want to drop everything and become rich off producing, I could do that right now. Like if I wanted to just be an artist and use YouTube beats and be like the best artist, I could do it right now. Like if I wanted to be an engineer, I could do that right now. Stop everything else. So it's like I'm really patient because I know my like skills and what I can do.
I fuck with that.
And
Talk
then-
your shit.
and like he said, like my bigger purpose is to really like get to a point where I have like a big audience and then start talking about real shit,
Yeah.
like really talk about mental health and shit like that. But for now, I gotta grab all the attentions. Like you're people like the ignorant music. Let me make that. You know, I'd rather you get it from me than someone else. And
But
that's
you're
something-
trying to create a platform for yourself.
yeah, and that's something that like X said. You know,
Yeah.
if I gotta talk about she take Molly up the ass, whatever the fuck, I'd rather you get it from me than this person. I don't give a fuck about you. You
Yeah.
know?
yeah,
True,
yeah.
true.
Facts.
So that's like my thing.
We're not 2 hours in, right? That's just
No.
Okay, okay.
We're in the pocket of 2 hours,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
so
an
we're
hour
an
43.
hour
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Fire. I am balling
Yeah, we've been talking for that
Night,
long.
baby.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Started a little bit after 10.
Shit.
This year two's podcast. What you guys want to do?
I mean,
I'm going.
fuck. I have a few more.
I'm gonna get all.
I just-
I'm gonna get
Keep it
all
going.
my fans to flood this. So
No, I mean, I wanted to. I have a few more things to talk
go.
about. Fuck. You're okay with keep
yeah,
going?
let's push.
Okay,
I don't
okay,
give a
okay.
yes, sir.
The last project was Altruism, right? That's you officially. Oh no, Versatility. I'm sorry, Versatility,
last-
right? The
Well, that's
last
single, yeah.
the single. Before you say anything official, is it okay we can talk about future projects? Because in the last podcast, that we have with an artist, we couldn't talk about it. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez, all you had to say was, "Is it okay if we talk about the future?"
No,
projects?"
I'm
Yeah,
just
we have to throw
no, I had
subliminal shade.
no, I'm not throwing shade. I want to.
That's subliminal shade. So not only is he
No.
And now we're
So-
just
And
going
he's
in
an
on it.
enabler.
No, I don't
And now I'm
want.
going to the bathroom.
No, I just don't want the artist to for me and the artist to look bad, which is why I pointed out the last podcast, because it was terrible on my part that I didn't clarify.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So I'm asking for clarification.
of course. Yeah.
Okay. Is it okay that we can talk about future? Okay.
Yeah.
So with your future projects, like what do you have in the bag? We already got Sky Dreams 2
in the works.
If it does
in the
come out,
works.
yeah.
It's gonna come.
You're gonna host it.
What? Oh yes, I've had the pleasure.
I'll
for
link
it.
it for you.
What else do you have sitting ready to go?
So I don't really have nothing ready to go yet, but my next project, like actual like collection of songs and stuff, I'm gonna make a whole project just like the acoustic stuff, just like Void or like really real like vulnerable music. Stuff like that.
guitars.
I want to make healing music, so that's what that whole. It's gonna be one sound. Altruism, it was just a bunch of stuff. Turn up,
Yeah,
emotional,
yeah.
whatever. This one is gonna be really strictly for that kid that's going through something, walking from the bus with their headphones in, or in their room by themselves with their headphones in, or whatever. But like this is strictly for that. You're going through something. It's gonna be timeless, and you can always go back to it, and that'll help heal you. It's like 17 by X. Like if you
Yes.
like that's like the inspiration, and also like Frank Ocean.
Dope.
Yeah, those are two artists that literally saved my life. Like
Those are your like top artists that you always look at when you compare yourself in the music scene. Like
they literally
man.
saved my life. Like,
Yeah.
Like there was a point where like I was gonna off myself like a while ago, and then the only person I messaged was X in his DMs. Like I sent him like a little paragraph or something, just like what I was going through, and it was just like struggling. And all I played was Blonde and 17.
damn.
That's all I had. And I was in that same
Good
group
album.
of people that were just doing drugs and partying. So we would go to like hotel parties. I'd be out on the balcony, like fucking just like in mental pain, like and just listening to that on repeat, like, on repeat. And that's all I had. So I want to make that for people listening to me.
Okay.
So
Oof. How many songs?
it would be less than 10.
Less than 10?
Yeah, I don't want to oversaturate. Like maybe make one specifically about this pain. This pain right here.
When are you shooting to drop? This year?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Maybe in like a couple months.
Oh,
In a couple months.
sweet.
I just gotta make the songs, man. It's really easy because it's just like it's gonna be acoustic, like guitars or just pianos, or maybe have some like real like drum stuff. But that's as far as it goes. So when I gotta mix it, it's not that.
All produced, mixed, mastered by you.
Yeah, or I'll get like the
Basically the Russ of Hawaii.
I told him it wasn't gonna be safe long, so watch
Damn.
my Twitter. Some gems on there.
What about you, 3-6?
did die.
Anything ready to go?
Not like anything like super planned or thought of, but I got like maybe like one or two like certain sounds I'm working on. So
You having a single coming out soon?
yes, I'll have a date, but soon, and then like
Soon.
maybe something else in like probably like 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks?
Wow.
Ooh.
I'm trying to do like every, cause like so last week I had the video, the week before that I had
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fit pick, and then the week before that I had another video.
Trying to do something between
So
the
every
music every couple
just
weeks.
trying to drop just
Oh, okay.
constantly.
He has a sound that I don't think anyone's heard before that we're working on.
New things coming.
We get how many
An
exclusives are
entire
we getting?
sound.
Mixture of what?
Damn.
Mixture of what? Let me know. Let me
I
know.
don't want nobody steal sauce.
Okay. No. We'll save it for the surprise.
Yeah,
But damn.
We can show it all after.
yeah.
Oh, sweet.
I'll say for this.
Oh, we get how many?
Exclusive.
We got so many exclusive shit happening. So I'm sorry for the people that are listening that you want to hear all this. You'll get it in a few months.
Just follow these two.
Just follow these two. Make sure I'll have all the handles in the bio. I want to talk about when you're creating your projects or your singles or what have you. Do you keep in mind the social climate of when you're dropping?
Only Fridays. That's it.
Only Fridays.
That's when everybody.
Like,
drops.
there's no.
I've
there's-
never not dropped on Friday.
Statistically, like Friday's the best day.
Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah.
the weekend. Everybody else, the industry follows that type of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so.
I do have a question about that. Do you like? I was actually thinking about that too because I was avoiding Friday drops for the longest time. Do you think avoiding Friday drops is a bad move? Because I always thought like the way that I always looked at it is like everybody's putting new music out on Friday. Why is somebody going to listen to my song if Drake is dropping? a
But
single?
also, everybody's looking for music. on
Yeah.
That's the
Friday.
thing.
That's true.
Because it's the weekend.
True.
And because it happens so much, I feel like subconsciously it's just like, oh, this is when we find new
Yeah.
music.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
blah 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 drop, blah 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 drop too. Let's see what you
Nice.
got. You know.
Yep.
Let's-
And plus, people nowadays they kind of like not only just the quality but the quantity too. So it's like, damn, Ocean just dropped today.
More
Oh
shit.
snap, Kody just dropped today.
Yeah.
3 6 just dropped today. Dude, it's Christmas.
Going
That's
crazy.
what just happened last Friday. It was Drake, Lil Durk.
Yeah,
Baby Keem.
everybody. I'm like, oh
And
man.
I'm like checking.
That's
checking
true,
it
that's
out.
true.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
And it's hard too because like not only in like the main music stream the what do you call it, music line,
Yeah.
even locally, like there's a lot of music being dropped by artists here and it's so hard to keep up.
Yeah.
Like
That's what I'm saying. It's so all over. I can go on.
like I didn't even listen to Lil Durk's album yet.
Oh man.
So you know what I mean? It's like I'm trying to get through. I do one album that's like mainstream or like in the mainstream media, and then I do one locally, and then
Yeah.
I go back and forth trying to manage my time listening to music. And it's not like it's a chore. It's just a lot of stuff, which I mean is great.
That's a good plan though, yeah, because like a lot of stuff comes out and like it's great, but I'll find myself that gets buried in my like recently played or recent added because like Friday after Friday there's another drop, and that's just like for like even for like the regular person with music, but like I'm always listening to music, always trying to find new stuff, so like and it's always get just buried and buried. So you know if you can, sometimes I'll just space out in like moods. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna listen to this type of
I just
stuff.
listen to
Yeah,
10
yeah.
songs until I get sick of one or a few, and then I'll find like another song.
Yeah.
Like, that's usually what I do.
I just listen to a song on repeat. Once I find one that I like,
Same.
Yeah.
I usually just listen to it
All
nonstop.
day, every day.
I think that's like the normal, right? Like
Yeah.
if someone finds their song for the week, it's like I'm playing it on repeat, no matter where I'm at in my day.
You want to make that
That's
song.
the cool thing about having homies with songs. I can just
think
do
you
that
have.
with our songs.
Yeah, yeah.
I was stuck on AWOL for a week. I was stuck on
Yeah.
real ones for a week. Like that's no cap. Like I really like real ones. Like it doesn't even sound like a dated song. Cause you said what it was.
To us, it's like that's
No, we
when
have-
we first like when, like around the time we first started kicking it.
We made that when we like first were kicking it for real, and we shot a music video on a red camera.
Wait, what?
And we're just like,
Flex.
we're like,
That is a huge flex.
we're like, nah.
No, cause like okay, cause he dropped it right, and I was listening to it, and he put, should I post our old songs up? I said yes,
Yep.
because obviously I'm a fan, right? He drops it, I'm listening to it. I was like, this sounds like a brand new song, but I tell artists all the time.
Yeah, we
it
got
may-
some for you then.
Oh yes, but I tell artists all the time, it may be old to you,
Exactly.
but to someone else, it's
That's
brand
true.
new.
I keep that in mind.
That's so
all the
true.
time.
Yeah.
So you can have a song sitting in your vault for that's 2 to 3 years. When you release it, they're like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
Do you believe in timing of dropping music? Or is that just an unthing to you? Like, you know, it doesn't matter to you.
For me, the only time that I play off of is my own self. Like, if I'm feeling super depressed or super, down, that's all I can make. That's all I can put out. you
Yes,
know?
Yeah, you can think
the
about it.
energy.
That's all I follow is my own energy. And like I said, like that's another reason why I loved X. He went through that thing of where Jocelyn Flores killed herself, and then he was super down off social media, and the music followed. It wasn't like turn up, blah 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 blah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
No, that album was
it
very,
really
very
an
dark.
extension of him.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's the only thing I follow. Like I don't even follow seasons or it's Valentine's Day. Let's drop a love song. Fuck, I don't care. Like,
It's basically, this is how I'm feeling. This is what you're getting from me.
yeah, this is the current state that I'm in,
Yeah.
mentally and emotionally.
So, how do I say this? In creating, you're not, I don't want to say able because that's a wrong choice of word, but you're not willing to fake the funk for a certain aesthetic, for like a song.
When I do, you'll see a TikTok song. when I do.
People can see that, so like it's not even worth it. Like, because even if whatever you get off of that, it'll be short lived.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's not even worth it to fake it because they're gonna see it, and then that energy, like they're just gonna be like, I could watch a video right now of somebody, and I could tell you, I'm like, this dude probably not about. I'm not listening to this again. I'm not seeing this
People
again.
aren't
You know,
stupid,
yeah, you can see
Yeah,
that.
people
Like,
aren't
it's
stupid,
not,
yeah.
you know.
And I'm all
Even
about
if they don't
longevity,
consciously know
you
it,
Yeah.
something's up.
I don't want to make something for the time or for some trend. Every time I try to make a song or record, it's like I want this to be timeless.
Yeah.
And that's why I think Skydream wins because
Yeah.
you listen to it now, it's timeless. You know?
Yes.
You know that saying like in Pound Cake, only the real gonna last. All
Yep.
that bullshit is here today and gone tomorrow. That's the truth. Though.
Facts,
the
that's
truth.
facts.
If you're not being real, it's literally gonna fade.
Yeah. And I feel like it keeps you like kind of current when you're being like it keeps you like gives you somewhere to go and like some kind of direction and stuff when you're kind of keeping about like current with what's going on in your life type shit versus like I'm faking this and I'm gonna be this same dude for the next 10 years of my life, like for the next 10 years of my career or some shit. You know, I gotta be this guy or whatever. Versus going with like how I really am feeling or whatever, then I can always have something to go to.
I see what
It's
you're
not, like,
saying.
something I gotta keep up.
It's not like a like
A facade.
a facade that you constantly keep up. It's like, this is me. If I go here, you're gonna follow me, or you're not.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
it. Like, yeah.
That's how I see my music. My music tends to me, and my emotions, my energy.
Facts.
I'm not tending to street music. I'm not tending to
Yeah.
seasons. Oh, it's wintertime. Oh, it's blah blah blah. You're gonna follow me,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm going through, and that's why people get invested.
Yeah.
You know,
So if there's
I am the
artists,
season. I'm the changing season.
hey, I like that's a bar. I'm the changing season. No, so if there was artists that are like, hey, yo, I want to work with you with this song. They have a song presented. If you're not about it, you would just deny it automatically. Just like, nope, I'm not about this.
I always give constructive criticism.
Yeah.
You know,
But it's like, nah, I don't want to work with. I don't want to do this song.
but you know, I tell a lot of people is that like I'm so busy when it comes to music because I'm not just a sit down. You know, I'm
Doing
making
it.
beats,
Yeah.
recording my songs, mixing my songs, mastering my songs, making beats for the homies, mixing songs for the homies.
Super involved
So it's like
every step.
if I'm gonna take time to work on your song, he's taking time out of my songs, his songs, my beats, my mixing, my mastering, my promotion, because I am my own team. So it's like if I really fuck with it, then I just do it instantly. And I only make music with people that I meet in person, really.
And genuinely, like,
Facts.
If we're recording together, then
Like
I can,
in the same room
I can
type
do that
shit.
so easy.
So much better that way.
Because someone might send me a song and it's like about their ex-girlfriend or whatever, and I might do something that might not match what they were trying to go for. And it's like, I don't like that. I don't like sending stuff back and forth.
Because you can't feel the chemistry.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I think we can all collectively agree on that.
Yeah.
Facts.
Because
And I wouldn't do it for money, you know? Like, I don't,
Yeah,
You wouldn't charge for a
charging.
feature?
I don't. That's weird.
Okay,
if
wait.
someone really wants to.
I do want to chime in on that because I have worked with the goat himself before.
Yeah.
We do like I got to make like I this is mine now. I got to make music with him. Nah. But no, for real, like it's literally like the vibe, a process. Oh, sorry.
no, you're good.
No, but yeah, it was just if he wants to, like, if the vibe is there, he'll make the song with you, dog. You just gotta be there.
In person.
No, because like there was a period of time when I stepped off of music and I was literally hanging out with Ocean 36 all the time, and it was like in the same thing, like, oh, you ain't gotta come here to make music if you just need a place to get out and breathe and just come and chill with the boys. And that's how I was hanging out with Lucas, 36, Ocean, and I was literally going over all the time because I was just in a really bad headspace as an artist, and I was like, I don't want to make music anymore. I don't know if I want to do this, and I took a step back off of social media, and I was like just chilling there, and it came naturally. They were like, hey man, what you think about this video? I'm like, oh, I could do something with this. And that's how Bad Ting came to be. I literally, that was like one of the first songs, and then after that it was just like, hey man, what we gonna do? Like there are times when I would go over and be like, y'all tired of making music? Yeah, play Among Us. We play Among Us. There are times where I'm over there, I'm like, we tapping in, and we would tap in, and I would stay till like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Facts. Going.
And just making songs with both these guys. So
By
I
the way,
understand. Yeah, it's like
Bad Tings, that is such a summery song.
That's a
I love that
timeless.
song.
Yeah, that's a timeless song.
That's a timeless
Fun
track.
fact, I tried to buy that beat from him before we made the song. He was like, not happening, but you can get a verse. I'm like, thank you.
By the way, because you guys live West Side, right?
Yeah.
All three of you?
at the beach.
Yeah, I never get the invite. I live up the road.
Pull up.
I live in Korea.
Where at? On Kania?
Yeah.
It's literally right down
Come
the
by
road.
every day.
We're gonna see you soon. Yeah.
No, because
Bro, if you follow him on Instagram, shoot him a DM and be like, yo, what's up? Are you busy?
That's
If
all you
he's
gotta
busy
do.
and he's
Fast.
like, yeah, I'm mixing so-and-so stuff, what's the day that works for you? Just schedule a day with him.
nah, bro, I'd be like, I'm mixing. Can I just sit in? I want to learn.
Bro, we
Pull up,
do
hang
anything
out.
all the time. Even if we
we do.
want to chill and like just
Yeah.
be somewhere, we
We can play Among Us.
boys, we got the go.
Man.
It's not my house no more. So
yeah, I want to be a part of the workouts that y'all been doing.
oh,
The workouts that we've been
I got you,
slacking
bro.
on.
I
Y'all
got
going
Yeah,
hard?
no, honestly, I've been like, okay, about that. Fucking, there's a fucking motorcycle being fixed in my garage. That's why I can't work out. Like, there's
y'all can go to my
motorcycle-
house. I have workout stuff.
Oh yeah, he does have workout stuff.
Yeah.
Where's the invite? I invited you to my house.
No, yeah, but see, like I thought. By the way, if you want to work out at my house, you can. You just gotta hit me up,
Get dick, dog.
Get thick, 2 C's.
bro. That's the hashtag, bro. Thick boys.
Thick boy.
Boys,
Big boy challenge.
with 3 C's, not 2. Get it fucked up.
Can't go wrong.
But yeah, I want to come over. I want to learn all the things that you guys know already. Like, cause
City chaos. That's pretty much what it is.
no, it's cool because like you've been doing it for like roughly 3 to 4 years, right? You've learned from off record. You've learned through YouTube, right?
Yeah, and just doing it.
Yeah.
You know,
So
just pressing this. Oh, that does that. Okay. How can I?
no, but I mean like you mixing and mastery because that is aside from producing, aside from engineering a sound, aside from all that, mixing and mastering is its own monster.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I want to learn how to do that too. So, is it?
Yeah.
YouTube.
I try YouTubing and I'm like, it doesn't sound the same.
You know what? 'Cause you're the type of person that probably needs to sit down with somebody.
Yeah, I am. I really am.
Because I'm the same way.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
you know, on YouTube, they'll tell you like, all right, if you're gonna cut this frequency, you want to cut it about 3.6 dB, and it's never that. You know, it's
Yeah.
or it's never the.
Yeah.
your
It's
one
never
way.
exactly
It's
to
always
what it is.
different. Each song
Yeah.
is going to be different. You
Yeah.
have to treat each song differently. It's
So it-
individual. Bro, it's like a girl. You can't treat all girls.
And it's art, you know. At the same
That's
time,
true.
you're the
That's
one
true.
making the sound of the record.
true.
Yeah.
And that's why I love that. There's a Dave Pensato quote or from one of his interviews. He's like, when someone pays you to engineer their song,
Mm-hmm.
they're not paying you for their skill. They're paying you for your ear.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's not how to mix. It's how do you mix.
You mix.
You know.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
It used to piss me the fuck off when I first started producing and mixing and stuff, and knowledgeable producers and engineers would tell me, you just gotta use your ear. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck does that mean? But it makes total sense now.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
You know?
yeah.
If it sounds good to you, then that shit can go wherever the fuck.
Because
Yeah,
he knows all the stuff behind it or whatever, but I don't. You know,
Mhm.
but like I can kind of mimic some of the stuff he does just because of what I've heard, like what I hear. So just even being around it a lot more, I
Like,
could just hear it. But
You
I don't
definitely
really know the
have to know the
technical
technical aspect
Yes.
jargon. Yeah.
to it so that you know how to make it sound the way it sounds in your head.
No, because like when I'm learning, right? I'm learning how when I do things, I have ADD, so it's hard for me to keep
I feel you.
a certain like, oh, we're teaching this, and then we're teaching this, and then we're teaching this. It's like, no, motherfucker, I want to know what this means now, and then I want to know what this means. Why does this do that, and why does this correlate?
I'm trying to go A to B.
Like, exactly. I'm not trying to get the full course. Just teach me that, because my mind is focused. So it's hard when I'm watching a YouTube video to sit there for 20 fucking minutes to you explain what EQ means.
You might
like,
be zinc deficient.
I eat a lot of steak. I'm just saying. But anyway, going back. Yeah, so like it's easier for me to pick someone's brain and learning stuff, and I pick up faster versus me sitting and watching a 20. That's why I say like everybody's not made for school because
Yeah, it's trash.
100%.
it's trash. Yo, 3-6 says, yo, school's trash.
Bro, I dropped out of college to do this music stuff.
I did too.
Follow me on Instagram. No.
Yeah, facts.
No, but yeah, so it's impressive for you within the amount of years that most artists or most people that come into this industry, 10 years even, and still haven't done what you've done.
Because he actually cares.
That's what I'm saying.
And I love to learn. Like, if I'm not making music,
Mhm.
I'm just watching. I'm watching those 20-minute tutorials, those 40-minute tutorials, those
Yeah.
hour,
Yeah,
50 minute
yeah.
tutorials. I'm watching interviews of artists. I'm studying how they move. I'm studying how they speak and what they don't speak about, what they do speak about, how they go on their Instagram lives and like, you know,
Like finesse and
mannerisms.
yeah.
and
I
everything.
think that's important because you need like to input stuff that pertains to what you want to do.
Yeah.
You need
Or
to
else
be
it's
really
not
good at-
always
See
it's
that,
not
yeah.
always going to be fresh in your mind.
Yeah, you gotta observe a lot. Like that's
Yeah.
the one thing. Like in life, I just always observe.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of times I won't even speak. But when I do speak, I know a lot because I've been watching the whole time.
Mm.
You know,
And it's crazy because we're already looking at it and we're already like everybody's a consumer already. So I mean, why not just take the time to analyze that and then apply it to your game? I mean, it's
That makes sense.
win-win.
it's like everything is so accessible nowadays.
Yeah.
There's-
True.
There's no excuse. Like
There really is.
University.
Yeah.
Like
YouTube
how to do
University.
this, it's just there, everything.
Yeah.
Like that's why
And
your
that-
album looks like
yeah,
that.
and that's why people would say, "Oh, I'm in Hawaii, blah blah blah. We can't make it in Hawaii. We gotta go." Shut the fuck up,
Yeah,
dude.
bro.
Shut the
You're a
Get
prime
outta here with that
example
already,
like that,
man.
of that though. It's like you have to tell everybody, look, we're in Hawaii. I'm in Hawaii. These are my numbers. What the fuck you mean?
Nah, dude. Like, okay.
It's not even just the numbers, the music quality.
No, but that's what I'm
Is-
saying. It's like because of
is
his
up there, you know?
yeah, because of his quality, because of the level of music he's putting out, the numbers reflect that.
Exactly.
It's all about how. To me, it's always about how.
But
How
I
are
think
you
it's
gonna
like
put this out?
it's like making an effort too. Because then, I mean, I hate to bring him up again, but Max Holloway just had an interview with Teddy Atlas. If you
I
guys
need to
know, who
watch
that
that.
is.
Bro, I watched that interview today because of you.
It's good, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. He talks about like, yo, like, you know, we have people in Hawaii who think like they can't make it just because they're in Hawaii, and he has his own boys from Waianae where they're like, you know, he's hanging out with them, and then they all played sports in high school, but that's all they talk about, you know.
The
And
high
then-
school days, the glory days.
yeah,
right?
and they're like,
still
they're
do
like,
it.
oh, Max, you know, we can't do what you do, and he's like, what you mean? Am I not from where you guys are from? And he's like, there's people that know me here, New York, Germany. You know, there's people know me in Canada,
Exactly.
and I'm a local boy. You know what I
The
mean?
blog.
Like,
The only thing that's holding you
Yeah.
back is your mindset.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, fact.
And
like we talked
the
about
mindset
earlier,
is
the
where you
fixed
think-
mindset.
that you think that Hawaii is limited, that's what's holding you back.
Right.
Because
Facts.
there's that whole you in Hawaii won't make it.
Yeah.
There's two parts to that.
Yeah.
There's Hawaii and there's you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
won't make it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's you in Hawaii, and something about
And-
that got changed.
And
Did
that's
you,
oh,
sorry.
go.
Did you grow? Were you born and raised here?
I was raised here, so I was born in California, and
Okay.
I think I moved back. So my family's from here, but they went
To
stay
California.
Stay in California. I might get this wrong, but for like a little bit, and I was born there just because they were there, and then I came back like less than a year old. So like this is all
Okay.
I know.
Right. So you said you got into music around 2017.
Yeah, like then.
Did you express interest in it before then?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's,
okay.
Like through that, like breakdancing and all that other
Right,
stuff, and then
Mhm.
like
So you must have had people, the doubters, right? Like, are you gonna do the music thing? You want to be somebody? No. Especially here, I would think
At
everybody.
least they won't say it to your face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
they
would
won't say it
feel,
to your face down here. They won't say it to your face.
it's
feel like, especially down here.
They said it to my face.
not because I don't really talk to nobody,
Oh, okay.
and I don't really like.
I feel like that kind of heat gets to people when they're like not humble about it.
Yeah.
If you're like, because you're humble, you know what I mean? If you're not like
Yeah, try to
flashing
be.
it off, like nobody's going to be like, oh, you trying to do that rap thing? It's
Yeah.
like,
Well,
It's-
yeah, like I'm so, and I've been so kept to myself, where it's like I don't even talk to like my own family. So it's like if I was going home, I'll walk in, go straight through the hallway, and go to my room. So it's like people ask me like, do your parents think you can do it or not? It's like, it's like
There wasn't a conversation brought up because there was no conversation.
Yeah, I think that's a
Yeah,
really
exactly,
fortunate position to be in as an artist, because like
Yeah.
there's a lot of like I struggle with like my childhood friends and high school friends viewing what I'm doing on social media and
Mhm.
judging, you know. So it's like
yeah. And
That's
like,
really
anytime
cool.
there's anything negative, it's off of judgment that's false because I
Yeah.
don't really put myself out there like that.
But how do you know that? Yeah.
On top of it, too,
Yeah.
another thing too to think about is like the reason why people are being negative towards you is because you're actually doing something. That's like what I found. Like
it's a
people are,
form of
like-
self hate.
Yeah, it's a form of self hate. It's like oh, so you're doing music. Be like, honestly, be like, yeah, because in actuality, if you turn around and be like, okay, so what are you doing?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Going to work, after work, going out with your boys to drink, going out to the bars, or going out wherever,
Right.
going out clubbing, and then going home. All like having it. You know what I mean?
Hey, but
Like,
you know what?
people
Ain't
out
nothing
there-
wrong with that.
No, and that's what I'm saying. There's nothing.
but don't
wrong
hate
with
on
that.
my shit.
Yeah, there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
Facts.
But I'm not hating on you for doing that. So why are you hating on me for doing what
Yeah.
I want to do?
And like
Exactly.
I would say like I wouldn't call it like I was always like a popular kid, but I was always like the dope kid. Like
Mm.
the reason like I'm so invested into something all the time is because like I was always bored. Like I was always home alone, like not being watched, nothing, like just by myself all
Yeah.
the time. I've been by myself since I could remember.
Mm-hmm.
So I would get into breakdancing. I would get into
You would
playing
find these
kendama.
hobbies.
I would skate. I wouldn't do anything and everything. I would be into something, invested all the time. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like we just went on a video shoot with people we never knew. I meet a guy that he's like, yo, I DM'd you like 2 years ago about your music and I want to collab. It's like, yo, that's crazy. And then we meet another guy that's part of the video shoot. He's like, you used to play kendama. You're not.
That's tight though.
And it's like I've always been into something.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's something that makes my name like have value all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's what pushes me because I don't want to be forgotten or like you
Mm.
know.
Yeah.
To leave a legacy.
Yeah, I want to leave a legacy and like
Facts.
be worth something. You know, for real. Like if I were to die tomorrow, like I know that I've talked to this kid, this homie, this friend, like, and I've done something good.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
The positive what do you call it? Not outlook. What's the word I'm looking for?
Reinforcement.
Not reinforcement. It's like when you
not impact.
yeah, lack of a better word, impact. Like the positive
Influence.
influence. Yeah, influence. The positive influence that your name has hold.
Yeah.
You are happy with, even if you were to go tomorrow.
And the thing too is like I'm always helping other people. I'm
Yes.
always like if you even just like show me the slightest a bit of like you got a problem, like yo, what's wrong? Like yo,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
do you
yeah.
need? Like, and then it's like, how can people hate me? The only people that hate me is the people that haven't talked to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll see me on Instagram, think I'm a fuckboy.
I'm a
It's
prime
like,
example.
like DJ Inspekt. First he's gonna hate him, then he's gonna enable him.
Like one of my
Oh,
favorite,
you got envious or haters or
one of my favorite sayings from Christian Bale is, "If you don't know me, you can, or if you have a problem with me, you can call me.
And if
But if you don't have my number,
number.
then you don't know me well enough to have a problem with me."
Yup, facts.
I like that.
Facts.
Ooh, that's
You
a
just
good
made
one.
something up about me.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know me.
and you know what helped with the music is that since it was my first song that blew up,
Mhm.
it was just it's the clout.
right.
It was
On
like-
top of the clout from the kendama. days.
Yeah.
Like I would when that song was blowing up, I would go to random parties, meet random people. I would see someone on their phone watching Snapchat stories, and I would see some random guy like, "Oh, my dreams are." I never even met this fucking
That's
dude.
so dope,
I
dude. That's
was like,
dope.
what the
That's
fuck?
tight.
That's dope.
And then like if you look at the analytics, a lot of my plays are from Hawaii.
What?
I don't see it. You know, people don't talk to me like that guy on that Snapchat story. Like he never talked to me. Like
That's another thing. It's like
Put you
here,
in your
right?
accessible.
yeah,
Here,
they know.
unless you were like, because even Max doesn't get it as much, but unless you were like Drake, unless you were like some big celebrity, you won't get pulled off to the side and hey, can you take a picture, like paparazzi type shit. Like I think in Hawaii, because they do it in LA a lot, people in Hawaii, they have like an Asian kind of mentality where it's like mind your own business, don't bother him, he's doing his thing. I think that correlates here because, you know, when you see Max, you have like, bro, I want to go take a picture,
I'm
get
pulling up if I
signed.
see Max.
But no, but that's what I'm saying. But like for a normal person here in Hawaii, they're like, oh, should I go up to him? I don't want to bother
Yeah,
him.
bro, he's just fucking shopping for shoes. Don't bother him.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
If I was shopping for shoes, I wouldn't want to.
Nah, dude. The first time I seen him was at Ala shopping. This is how far we were from each other. I didn't even realize it was him. He was in normal clothes, and we looked at each other like this, and then like for like 5 seconds.
saw Max Oliver.
Yeah, I saw him twice actually.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so like we were like this far away in Ala
He lit.
I really did lock eyes, and I was like,
And you squared him.
no.
Oh, he squared up.
I threw the shotgun. He was like,
I went on the low one.
he gave me the low one, like
Low
not even
shotgun,
like
yeah.
that, like
You
like,
two the one like this, right?
Yeah,
That's the low.
This is the mainstream one. This is when you're from Hawaii.
but it was so weird because I was looking at him. I was like, why does this guy look like Max Holloway? Like, and it was him. So
That's dope.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool.
That's dope as fuck.
How flattering. From 0 to 10, when the dude took out his Snapchat and started singing your song. How flattered were
You
you?
probably were weirded out at first, huh?
Yeah.
Really?
Because that was your first time experiencing that. No, that wasn't.
I've had, and that's why I try to stay humble all the
Yeah.
time. So it's like I've had like me and Lucas go to the mall. We go get burritos. We walk outside. Yo, are you Ocean Evil?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yep.
holding my burrito with Lucas, like, yeah,
Yeah.
like, oh shit, keep doing what you're doing. Like, you know, I've had that like on the bus or like someone tell me I'm gonna get all my dreams on the sky tatted. on my chest. Like,
Damn.
I'm like, and it's just like I'm so numb to everything. So it's like,
Yeah.
and it's like a double-edged sword because even with the good and the positive that comes to me, I don't feel it. But that's why when it comes to any negative, like it doesn't even exist in my mind.
Yeah.
But that's why it's like
Mm.
I don't. Even if someone like compliments whatever I do, it's like,
Yeah.
you know, I just
Take it with
Yeah.
a grain of salt.
Yeah.
and I'm yeah.
Or you're just like, oh,
Hard to-
thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I'm grateful, but it's not like such a thing where it affects you to make your head grow like the size of Kanye.
Yeah, because that's not what my goal is. It's
Yeah.
kind of like, oh, that's cool, but I'm trying to do this. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to change people's lives. Like, oh, that's cool. Like, you know.
That's dope to hear because a lot of artists, even to get any level of clout, like even small amounts, they start talking their shit. Like,
do anything.
dude, it's bad. And I've heard.
For
not cool.
years,
Yeah.
like for years, since like Skydream blew up and shit, I was like, who the fuck here thinks they're anybody, bro? Like,
You can flex a little bit. Flex a little bit.
yeah, I was like, who the fuck else? Like,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. So I had a good head about it, and because like I saw myself as like kind of like a leader here in Hawaii. It's like you use it wisely, you know. I'm not gonna just be like, y'all don't get stopped in the fucking mall. People don't want to attach your fucking shit on this. Like, shit like that.
Fuck, cutting up this highlight reel is gonna suck. There's too
I don't
many.
give a damn, man. This is pretty good.
Pretty good.
And it's I really appreciate this because like
We appreciate
just like
you, man.
hey man, thank you, man. Because like
I think we're
people
gonna
don't
have
hear me
two
speak.
parts.
People don't hear me speak, so it's
Yeah.
that's why they will never understand to even be able to like fuck with me in like a positive way because it's like that, you know, like first judgment type thing where it's like he seems like a fuckboy or whatever. Or something.
Do we have to constantly put me down there?
I get that, and it's been like that since school. Since I was hanging out with druggies, people thought I was a hoe, or people thought I was like whatever. Like it's just so like it's like
That's like kind of a compliment in a bit. People thinking you're a hoe because you have to be pretty to be a hoe in some sense.
Really?
For dudes,
I
yeah,
think
for
so.
dudes.
I do.
Yeah, I ain't seen
I
an
like.
ugly
I genuinely appreciate like the outlook on that because I feel like a lot of people would take like that negative connotation and like take it badly, but like the way you took it, bro, like that's good because like I'm a
Pause.
prime example of like, oh, y'all gonna say that about me? Alright, cool, I'm gonna be that. Like some people take that approach, or some people
It's like out of
oh,
spite.
fuck- yeah, out of spite, you start doing that, or like you be like, oh, well, fuck everybody else then. But he was just like, whatever,
Eh.
dog.
How long did it take you to even grow numb to any of that? Because it's hard, even now to this day. As much as I get like good compliments, I get terrible ones, like really bad ones.
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy,
That's wild.
but it still affects.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, not you guys, not none of you.
Who
But
doesn't love you, man?
bro, a lot of people. We'll not talk about
We
that.
find them. Bro.
But
Pull up on him.
he said pull up on him. No, people would say some shit and it'll throw my whole day off. That's how bad these comments are. And it's hard for me to say it doesn't matter. I have people that love me. I have people that, care about me. Their voice matters more. But throughout the day, I would go back to that fucking one message or one comment that would rip me to shreds. And I'm like, shit. Why am I so bad? What did I not like about this? What did I not like about this? Like I would question it all day and it'd ruin my day.
I think you got to understand that it kind of comes with the territory of being like a public figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
like
but that's what I'm saying
Ain't
is like
making anything happen if you don't have a couple haters.
no, but that's what I was trying to get at is that how long did it take for you to get acclimated to that? Because I've been DJing for like 6 years and
has it
that
only been
shit's
6 years?
Yeah.
I thought you just started this year.
Here we go.
You know what I think
Has
you
it
should
only
do?
been 6 years?
Yeah, it's only been 6 years.
I feel
Fuck
like
the
you've been
haters.
DJing longer than that. No.
Oh no, 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's stupid. It still really hurts. So for you, 3 years in, 4 years in, like, was it the first year? Was it the second year? Was it because of your upbringing that you already didn't give a fuck going in? Like, what was it?
It was because of my upbringing, like what I went through. You know, like this music shit. Really, I don't give a fuck about it. Like,
Rephrase that. Do that again. One more time. The music shit you don't give a fuck about.
don't like. I'll stop making music right now. Like, I don't,
Okay.
You know,
That's fair.
because like I said, like my greater goal is to like change lives and like impact people.
So the music is a way to have other avenues
yeah.
into other things. Okay, got it.
It's literally my tool.
Okay.
But like, I just always think about what's important, and that's like always on my mind. Whether it's like death or suicide or my friend struggling and I don't know, or like I haven't talked to my family and I don't know where they're at right now, or they might, they could be gone any day. So it's like I've been so in my head and so alone for so long. That's all I think about. That to me what's important. Like someone on YouTube says blah blah blah, you suck dick or whatever the fuck, like.
Okay.
Like, all right. Like, what the fuck? Like, I could probably have a friend that's struggling right now that might commit suicide tonight. Like,
so, okay, I see how you're thinking.
yeah, everything.
It's like very extreme.
The bigger picture.
Yeah.
Bigger picture. Like what matters more than like a negative comment, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got it.
I feel like it's a lot of stuff that like people don't like to focus on.
I just feel like an asshole now.
Like, it might seem like super extreme, but like to me, that's just like I know I've dealt with it for so long. Like I've dealt with so many of those type of pains, so it's like I can understand it. So that to me is like where the meter goes to the top. Hate is like
Down there.
someone hating me. I don't go like.
It's like, who am I?
Like-
it's like the whole humility
Yeah,
thing. Like,
it's
who the fuck
ocean
am I?
evil, dog. You know what is that? Evil is love backwards, bro. Come on. Come on. A man's full of love.
It's facts.
It's like yeah, man. Like anything that comes from me or is me, like I don't even do what I do for me. So it's like
True.
it doesn't even matter if you say like
No, I get it. So, is there any regret since you started in this music industry?
if I was to talk about like really just the music, like Sky Dream, the fact. So you guys compare me to Russ, or you compare me to Russ, but it's like Russ had song.
He had a
They
catalog.
blew up.
Yes.
They all blew up.
Yes.
I had Sky Dream. What else does he have? Oh, nothing.
Yes.
So that's forever the biggest one.
Right.
You know?
Like that kind of like in and of itself killed your buzz.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fact that your very first song, no catalog, blew up and like you had nothing else to show for it.
As cool as it is,
Yeah.
it's like I
But
didn't.
if you had other songs out, they could be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, snap!
Yeah.
This is all this other
There's
stuff."
a whole sound to this.
Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
this.
So that's like, I don't have any regrets. But if I were to do anything,
It was more like a learning experience.
yeah. And then like that was my first song I didn't know about. Yeah. Put it on all platforms. How the fuck do I do that? And I did that like months or a while after. So like whatever's on Spotify is after a while because I didn't know how to do that and shit like that. So that would be like the only thing.
So I'm gonna ask-
scared about numbers.
I'm going to ask the most important question that everyone wants to know. How much did you get for the bag when you for Sky Dreams?
Don't answer that question, bro. Don't answer that
I'm just kidding. I'm just
You got
kidding.
probably
Listen
need
to
to
the
answer
song that's
that.
about to come out.
No, I'm just kidding.
Don't tell him.
Yeah, don't tell him.
Damn.
Don't tell him.
Don't tell them, don't tell them.
Damn. Oh,
it's
that
like
young
a-
thug drip
He
looks
made a few
nice.
racks off a- let's just know he made a few racks off a dream,
Yeah.
bro.
Okay,
I
that's
don't
all we
lie.
need.
I don't lie. A few racks off a dream.
Okay,
That's it.
a few racks a week off of the I was just kidding. No, you don't have to answer that. I just want to know.
No, but
Off stream.
Yeah.
Off stream.
Literally
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
I mean, yeah,
Bro, we're
keep
hitting
going.
3 hours, bro.
Let's go 3 hours, bro.
No, but I covered everything I wanted to.
I know fans are gonna watch all of it.
For real?
They gonna
All
see it.
They know
2 and a
I
half.
watch
Dude,
it
I
all
watch
the
all.
Let's just chop it up.
Oh, that's true.
I
That's
watch
true.
all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. So, is there anything else you
I
boys want to
can't
bring
wait
up?
to waste 3 hours listening back. to
That's true. No. Everyone's good.
Let's talk about.
Let's just chop it up.
You want to talk about something?
Let's talk about Hawaii.
Oh, I wanted to stay away from this topic,
Yeah,
but
man.
okay.
But like,
I love having this conversation with Ocean because I've had this conversation with Ocean behind closed doors, and there's a lot of amazing points here. I'm like, you're absolutely right, dog. Like, you're absolutely
Okay.
Are we talking about Hawaii's
I
music
didn't-
scene?
well,
Yeah.
yeah, and I want to talk about this because I know a lot of my fans are not even from here. You know? So-
Okay.
and they always ask me like, what is everything about Hawaii?
Oh, this is perfect. So they'll listen to the whole thing and they're like, yes, we got to the topic we wanted to know about. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So I mean,
Okay, I didn't want to talk about it because I think a lot of times people, when we talk about it, it's two ways, right? It's either really negative or get out of your ass, right? I didn't want to bring that to this podcast, and I wanted to take a different approach. But
Yeah.
because by special request by you,
And he's a DJ, so he has to take special requests.
what is it about the Hawaii scene, right? Because everybody has the mentality that if you're from Hawaii, you don't make it, which is kind of in its own right, kind of. But we're in a different day and age now. Now that mindset needs to start dying.
Yeah.
You are a prime example of that, and so is a few other artists on this island. Why do you think for artists they continue to use that phrase?
You know, that's the one thing that makes it hard for me to stay humble. Is
Why?
like because I don't compete with nobody. But when people are like, "Oh, if you're in Hawaii, it's so hard to make it out here, whatever," and I'm literally like, literally do what I did, literally just move how I move, literally just like, and that's why when I meet people here, and they're not as open minded as someone like TG or 36, where they're like, "Oh, I'm open to learn," you know, where it's like, "Oh, this guy did something," you know. I'm like, how the fuck is not like damn near everybody trying to understand what I did or what I'm doing right now and how I keep it up, you know? I'm like, and I see that as like motherfuckers got pride, a lot of pride. And a lot
So
of
it's an
ego.
insecurity thing.
Yeah,
I
especially
think
if we all got the
also
same
like-
goal. Like we're
yeah.
all trying to do
Yeah.
the same thing. Like why not?
I think it's also a work ethic thing too, right?
Yes, I think so too.
Like people they kind of overvalue their work. It's not like where they know they do good stuff.
Yeah.
They just think their stuff is so good that they deserve way more.
Well, I think
Or-
they just don't know how to treat it. Like there's just so like I fucking hate it when I see people post a song on Instagram. There's like, it's the cover art. New song out now. Never hear about it again. Never heard about it before. And that's so many people. And like everybody, like
Everybody.
anybody that does that, like you can do a rollout. You don't need a team or a label to do a rollout. You don't need a team to hype something up. You don't like. You're gonna make a cover like and like these SoundCloud rappers that are here that are still trying to be underground or whatever the fuck. They use like an anime girl as their cover or whatever. Some like
Yeah.
shitty like.
Those are tight
JPEG.
though.
Those are tight, but like where that's not the
it's more.
bar is up now.
Well, because
Yeah.
it's like
It's flooded. Everybody has
Well,
that
if you're
now,
trying
you
to compete with people at that level,
Yeah.
then keep trying to compete with people at that
Yeah.
level. Because I kind of understand, because it's like, I didn't have such a big rollout, but like, I'll take, for example, No Love Left, or not No Love Left, All For You.
Yes.
All For You,
The EP.
I posted a video, a picture that was in the same tone of the video, another snippet video, and then I posted the song. And then after the song came out, I didn't have any post rollout. That's the only thing. But that's why I understand what he's talking about, because it helps you gain traction towards it. And it's
especially
like,
if as an up and comer, right?
Yeah.
Because
you
you
need
don't
to
have
get people's attention.
Yeah, because you don't have enough like clout like a Travis Scott. You can just
Exactly.
drop and do nothing.
And nobody
Yeah.
listens on
You know.
the first play anyways. Like
Yeah.
even if I like fuck with you, I might I might not play in the first place, so you're just gonna have to keep.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
see it.
And another thing too is like, I'm gonna tell you this from X too. Is it's like if you were to chase a girl, you know, and you really want her, she's bad as fuck. Like you've been trying to fuck for so long, like, and she just keeps like teasing you, and you don't get it, you don't get it. You just want it more and more.
I'm gonna get mad and say, "Fuck you."
But she's bad as hell. And you get close every time, but and that's how I treat the music. Like, and that's why I'm pretty open and like I talk often and I get in depth about anything. But I still kind of have that mysterious scarcity about me and my music. And that's why I feel like I've
You
done.
pride yourself on.
Yeah, well, that's what really works
For you.
me, or that has worked for me is, you're not even gonna see my face that often. So when motherfuckers start seeing my face, they're making fan pages, and you can go on Instagram. There's like 5 fan pages of like old posts that I had. Oh, you're not even gonna hear this song, only in 6-second snippets, 15-second snippets. When do you want it? Oh, I don't know about that. Keep snipping it. Like it's just like that chase and that tease, and it's like, and also when it came to Skydream, I dropped it with the intention of making it feel really professional. So people at school, even though it was my first song and I was still in school, it was like I posted the cover art. I made sure the cover art looked decent, and then I was like, "Yo, April 14th, 12 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time. My first single. And I'm treating it so professional and so right. And then people treat it as such. Because it's like that saying, like, you show people how to treat you or whatever.
Yeah,
You teach
like-
people how to treat you. You know?
yeah.
Do that with the music. Like, what the fuck are you doing posting your cover and then a million hashtags or whatever and not giving a fuck about it? Oh, you don't give a fuck about it? I don't
Nobody
give a
else
fuck
is
about
gonna
it.
give a fuck about it. Yeah.
You're just gonna grab some random image off Google and that's your cover? That's sick. That's cool, dude. Like
And the thing is, they probably do give a fuck, but they're just like, I don't want to
yeah.
keep.
Push it.
I don't want to be
Yeah.
in people's faces.
And I feel like knowledge is the thing that people need, and that's why I'm saying, like, why don't a lot of people come to me? Like, there's only been a few that have like actually tried to learn, and that's another reason why if we get to the topic of like older heads, they feel like they are the mentor, or they're not
Not
in a stage where
necessarily.
they can have a mentor, you know?
Not necessarily. I know a lot of older
They just
people.
Think they got nothing to learn from.
I see. That's
the
another.
younger
That's
dude.
another thing too. It's like
Yeah.
here, if you're older, you're supposed. There's like this fine line of like you're supposed to. I'm entitled to my respect.
Yeah,
I understand. There's a level to that, right? But not all the time. An older person is the smartest fuck ever. Like no way.
Yeah.
I've known a lot of older people in my life that are dumb as shit. Like dumb as shit. And
that's the
I'm not
reason I
saying
don't say my age a lot of the time, like
I do. 22.
because people see age as knowledge,
Exactly.
Facts.
and I don't.
They don't see experience as
Yeah,
knowledge.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't even like telling people my age.
Same thing. I'd be like, nah, because then they're gonna be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Be old.
But it's also with like looks too, right? Because some dudes, they can be like 35 looking like they're 19 or some shit.
Yeah, that's cool.
But like you get treated as if you were 19, not your actual age. But that comes with how you carry yourself as well.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. It's like a fight between gauging the vibe with who you meet, right? Because I would walk into a room and some people would give me the utmost respect. And then I'd walk into another room and everyone thinks I'm a fucking child.
Yeah.
Until they actually like walk up to me and talk to me. But that's what I'm saying is like with the amount of things that you do in your songs, in your music, right? The way you carry yourself on social media was on my mistake. It had nothing to do with you. I'll let you know right now. But to be able to talk to people here that are in the music industry and have that insecurity and pride that are like, fuck, that's Ocean. He's doing something right. But, I've been in the game longer. I don't want to, show him I'm like weaker by going to him for, you know what I mean?
Pride.
Has that like
The
old
pride.
school mentality of
Yeah.
like, I'm older. I should be the one
Yeah.
on top. And I know more. So it doesn't matter what social media numbers I have, blah, blah. They're going to justify themselves in their own right.
Yeah, it's the whole little bro situation.
Yeah.
And those will be the same people though that have the same sounds for the whole career. The same, like they won't make any.
years.
They won't make any progression.
Hey, unless your name is Rick Ross.
You know-
Ross. Shout out to Wingstop.
I love Ross. I love shopping there. Oh, that's not the same one? No, but yeah, going back to Hawaii, for you, right? And you want to be able to help people. That has been your main message the entire podcast. What is it, the message you want to give everybody listening, not just your fans, but anybody who else that is an artist that wants to aspire to be an artist or is already an artist that you take from Hawaii, you want them to take from this? Like, what is your message about the whole, you're in Hawaii, you're stuck?
It's like what I always say, like remain genuine, remain human. Really be true to yourself because what is real will prosper. If you're actually a fucked up person, that'll come to light. If you're a good person, that'll come to light. If you're this or that, whatever, it'll come to light. So just be as true to yourself as you can. And it's like, and always question how you can do things. And then be open to knowledge from anyone and anywhere, whether it's YouTube or this younger cat under me or whatever, Just always be willing to learn and like be mentored by whoever it is, because you can even see it as, in a selfish way, like let me just take his knowledge and use it to my advantage. However the fuck you want to do it, but you're not going to prosper by neglecting it, by neglecting anything, you know. And that's the thing is like there's so much opportunity in literally anything.
Yeah.
Anything. You might go out and bump into someone that does music, and then you become best friends. You know, like you might create. Like you got to be open to everything. And that day, I didn't want to go out. When I met him at the studio, I was like, but you know, I'm just always open because I know anything can happen. It's just like, yeah. And then how I treat the music, like really study and observe. That whole don't talk about what you're doing type shit. You know.
Yeah. See, like, I don't understand. Well, for me, this is me personally. I'm not. If it works for you, it works for you. Yeah. I don't understand the whole. I'm gonna keep this. Like all my projects a secret, kind of thing.
Yeah, not that necessarily, but meaning like, yo, I'm about to have the best project out, or blah blah blah. I got this new shit coming, or blah
like
blah.
Unnecessarily hyping shit up, kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
and just like talking about shit, or just even like, let's say, I never produced before, but I'm learning how to produce. Yo, I'm about to start making beats. These beats about to be fire. Like, if you can do it without saying it, then you truly love it.
Or like people who got like a homie in LA that has like a home studio, and then you tell people like, yeah, I'd be flying out to LA.
Here we go.
Make music. I know people like that. That's why I'd be flying out to LA to make like that kind of
real?
shit, right?
In a sense, yeah. Just like, let's see how far you can go without talking about it.
Yeah.
It's like don't. What was the phrase?
Don't talk about it.
Yeah, don't talk about it. Be about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you gonna talk the talk, walk the walk, but cut the talk.
Less talk, the more work you'll get done.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even tell people like I'm trying to make music unless
I
they
usually
ask.
do that for him. I do that for Matty out west, top 5 in Hawaii.
I'm a lot like I didn't want to say this on the podcast, but I'm a lot similar to like you. I just want to do something where like I can have a platform to be positive with people too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be music. Yeah.
And I've noticed all the negatives that I speak on in myself, and that's how I understand it.
True.
Like I see it in myself, and I stop it and I kill it. You know, like I would see myself recording 30 seconds of a song, posting it on. Like, what do you guys think? It's not even done, and like just like doing that whole talking, like, oh yeah, oh look, I got blah 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 1,000 streams. Like that shit don't make a difference. Like,
Yeah.
Have you ever been checked? Like in this music scene?
no one's gonna check me, bro.
That's what we said last time. That's what we said, right? Remember? Yeah. That's what we said last time.
No, but to
Pull
be
up like
serious,
this
like,
if they try.
so forgot.
We're not
He
playing.
got shooters.
Nah,
Bro,
like,
that's a clippable moment. No one gonna check me, dog.
don't clip that. That's real. But like,
That's actually
that's real.
facts, though.
But like,
Fact.
if I to dive into like no one's gonna check me, like I have interactions with anybody that tries to say anything. You know, like I know a lot of rappers here. They know me because I talk to them. Like I'll see a rapper with like 5 plays and they'll send me something and I'll be like, all right, you need to work on someone that can mix, or you need to learn it yourself. Sonically, you need to work on it. How long have you been making music? I really fuck with the sound you're trying. You know, I like get in depth with them, and like literally almost every rapper that you could see out here, like I probably talked to them one-on-one, and like gave them motivation. And like I'm never about any confrontation. Like if it is, then I don't give a fuck or whatever. You know, like, I keep it real with everybody one-on-one. You know,
That too, and like I feel like Ocean is always the type to try to bring out the best of you that you don't see in yourself sometimes. Like I've witnessed it. Like he'll be like, try something different, or like I want to see this sound from you. I want to hear this sound from you. Let's try make something like this. It comes out, it's dope. They really like but you wouldn't have been down. Like a lot of people are just like, I don't know.
yeah.
It does have a tendency to bring that out in you.
I think since he took so much of the time to like develop himself as an artist first, like he already knows his steps like to help you out. So like, because I just started, and like I learned pretty much everything from him, because like I came here, I wanted to do music or whatever, and then he was the first person I found and said like, all right, I need to do this with him. So like I learned pretty much everything from him. So like
he progressed
how it
faster than
is,
anybody I know.
Crazy. Wait, so what was drawing you to him when you first saw him?
just because like people always say they want to do something.
Yeah.
Or they say they were doing something. They're doing it, but they're not. Like I could tell that like he was actually doing it and he was gonna do it because like you could hear it, you could see it, and he wasn't like
You could feel it.
You know, like the loudest guy is probably not the most competent guy in the room.
Yeah.
So like he was
Right.
he was about it, and then like I saw that, then I looked at some of the music or whatever, and it was just genuine. We met and shit, and then after like that car ride or whatever, I was like, all right, cool. I could probably do that with like I could probably make a friend out of this guy. He wasn't even like already on the music thing. I was like, yeah, I could probably make a friend. So like I said before, then I would just go, we kick it, we go get some vape, go get something to eat or some shit, just like milk tea type shit or whatever.
Shoot the shit.
That was funny, bro. Like the fact that you mentioned like you took him home, because I think I remember like one of the first times I chopped it up with you, I was taking you home too from the studio. He came through for like a session with Andrew, and then Andrew's like, "Fuck, I live in town." He's like, "Oh, Kody lives in Evol." I'm like, "Where you live?" I am. I'm like, easy.
Got you.
And I was just like talking to him. I was just like, "Yeah, no, I'm not like really a rapper. I like R&B." But he's like, "Nah, man, this is everything." I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yo, man, this guy's look. You ever need a ride home, bro? You want to go to the studio? Let me know. I got you." And then he moved out to Evol.
Is that the secret? Is that
Yeah,
the
so the
secret?
lesson is if you take me home, then we're friends. bro.
Exactly. Is that the secret?
Hey, you need a ride tonight,
Bro, I live right. I really up the street, bro. You need a ride.
Hey, man, you want dinner first?
bro? Wine and dine.
That's gonna get you something else.
My man handing out privileges over here.
I said I want my PP touches in full.
Oh,
But I think
shit.
it was actually just the energy, pretty much. Just like the energy and like, the way he is.
For real.
You can feel it. You're like, all right, cool. This is definitely somebody that's
Genuine. It's
Genuine.
very genuine. Like I can speak on that. Like when I first met Ocean.
I think we all can, man. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
The-
everybody can
the
speak
energy
on that.
is
Like,
just
very genuine.
very genuine, yeah.
Yeah. I fucked up.
How do we split that so that all of us can hold that? For real, bro. Like,
Take one letter. There's
I
6
want
of us. There's one letter each, and we'll put number 1 fan in front. No cap. Yeah, I think everybody here is like such a fan, just by who you are.
Well, it means a lot.
Cause I mean, the love,
That's
the
insane.
love.
Not
You know,
scripted.
and
I don't.
equally, it's like it's not just you; it's your entire team that gets looked at. Like it's weird in a way. Like when someone finds you, you still see 3-6. TG4. I want to know more about him. Like Lucas,
Hell
the
yeah.
video. Like anything tied to you, everyone else gets a look. And I don't know whether that's planned from you or it just naturally happens because of your energy.
It's the Drake effect.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Well, I mean, Drake's right here.
Drake.
Anybody who surrounds themselves with you has an equal energy, like being what do you call it?
Reciprocated.
Not reciprocated, like transferred to
Like-minded?
not like-minded. Like it's like
the energy that Ocean gives is.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
transferred to
yeah.
everybody else, which is why everyone gets a look. Because now, like when I watch your stuff and you have like TG, I was like, fuck, I want to know. 3-6, I want to know. And it's not just you. It's like when I go to 3-6, it's like you guys have this level of energy about you guys, and it's infectious actually. Like
I'll tell you, like, when it comes to how I carry myself, and like damn near everything is strategic.
really,
Strategic. Even how I am as a human is strategic, and it's thought out. Like I'm such a I can be thinking 2 thoughts at once. Like I'd be so in my
that's
head.
hard.
Like
I've tried it.
I'd be so in my head. Like even just as a person, if I was to talk to someone right now and you said something, I'm gonna think before I react. Like I've been so
Trained to it.
I've been so alone for like just thinking about how I am and how if I do this, if you hold your hand your palms out, it makes you more of a welcoming person. Like when
Yes.
you talk to, like shit like that. Like studying, humans.
Very
Yeah.
methodical.
You had that
Yeah.
that one, I can't remember what song it was, but it was like a line about like you're already ready for it because you like already thought about it, you already put yourself through it. Like, and I was like
Like
I could
pre
feel that. It was like, I
what do you
already,
call it?
yeah, like you can just play. I played through that shit like in my head,
Premonition.
like
Yeah.
already. So like if it happens, then I'm like, all right, whatever. It could be good or it could be bad, but I'm already like, whatever.
It's like you've mapped out things 1,000 different ways. So when that situation, you know how to sit in that situation. Got it.
Played through the
Understood.
scenario.
Oh, that's a visualization.
Like pre-visualization.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
That's like how a lot of fighters train. It's like they visualize how they think
I'll
their
make
opponent's
myself
gonna
go
attack.
through the emotions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, that's actually a real thing.
Premonition.
And that's why like I've been
just
thinking about the most
visualization.
extreme
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Like it goes down to like death. Like it just goes so extreme because I be thinking about literally everything all the time.
Mm.
Like
Mine's like that, but mine's like, it's not 2 at once. It's more like 15 seconds, 15 seconds, 15 seconds, 15 seconds. Because my ADD's really bad, bro.
that's good too.
It kind of is, it kind of isn't.
Swivel.
You might be zinc deficient.
Here we go.
No,
Again.
okay. This is like a science thing, but like if you're zinc deficient, you
09.
exhibit ADD like properties.
Really?
Yeah,
But I eat a lot of meat. Pause.
it could be like you're not absorbing. It could be that.
See, not absorbing. You're not eating it right.
Yeah. Maybe I'll take zinc pills. You're not eating it right. Yo, chill.
You're not going down on that schmeat.
All right. I want to know who. I want to know who your dream collabs are.
Frank Ocean and The Weeknd.
shit.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I really.
Not Lil Uzi.
because I know I can do that.
Okay, yeah.
Ooh.
I
Did,
like
did you hear that? Did you hear that? Because I can do
No,
that.
because I can feel that. I feel that. Nah.
And I'm assuming, rest in peace, if X was still alive, you'd wanna
Number
work.
one.
Right.
If I were to not work with any other artist ever and work with one, it'd just be him.
What about Kid Leroy?
I don't want to speak on that.
Okay.
I don't want to say.
Okay.
No, okay. I think that needs to be normalized a little bit. Going back to what you just said, it's like Lil Uzi Vert. Why not Lil Uzi Vert? He's like, because I can do that. Like, I think it's not. There is. I can understand the arrogance level, but I think people need to start normalizing it. That okay, that's what he wants to do,
Yeah,
not as a who do you think you are kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because that also comes with like, you got to speak shit into existence. Like,
Yeah.
I can do that.
And like when it comes to like The Weeknd and Frank Ocean, you're like, these people are not like always out there, you know, especially Frank Ocean. Like if I had a song with Frank Ocean, that would literally be a dream. I'd be
Right.
like, what the fuck,
Bro.
you know? But it's like when it comes to like Uzi or something, like I fuck with Thug, I fuck with
Yeah.
I fuck with
You
a lot
probably
of
make it
artists.
sound hard enough
Like,
to fuck with Uzi.
Yeah, I know I
Yeah,
can
you
get
get
there,
you-
and it's
yeah.
like if I don't get there, then it's it's whatever. But it's not like, you know.
Yeah. So, who'd you say? Frank Ocean and The Weeknd.
Weeknd.
Yeah. And Jack Johnson,
Jack
Ooh.
Johnson.
Ooh, that's a
That'd be
good
crazy.
pick.
Love it.
that'd be crazy.
Yeah. We could actually make that happen.
Yeah, Jack Johnson.
Yeah, you know Jack Johnson.
You know Jack Johnson?
I don't know him. I've talked to him.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, he's from Hawaii, right?
He's from Hawaii.
Oh shit.
Is he from Hawaii? I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Damn. I'm
Like-
honored.
I'm,
Be in your presence.
I don't know him though, but like he used to play like what do you call that at certain weddings or not certain like a few weddings because he knew the briding
Yeah,
one of the bride and groom
yeah.
or whatever. So
And
I
you
was
would
like,
DJ at those.
yeah, I would
Okay.
DJ. So I was like, hey, cool is the person I worked with at these gigs, and I go, is that Jack Johnson? And he goes, yeah, I'm trying to get a picture with him here. I was like, wait, I want one. Wait, that's how I started to talk to him. He's such a cool guy.
He's from Hawaii.
That's dope.
No, but you would think like he's yeah, you know what I mean. He's
I used
he's
to
an
cover that song in high
artist.
school on the ukulele.
Hell
Banana
yeah.
Pancakes, love that song.
Was it bubbly toes, banana pancakes, all that? By the way, anyway, off that. Is there any room for you and the camp you roll with? Like, is it like you, I know you said it's open, but is it like people like other artists like saying, "Hey, I want to work." Are you the type of person where it's like, nah, I don't really know you, or are you more willing to be like, I don't know you, but you seem cool. What do you want to work on? Like you're more open to it.
all the time. I be bringing random as people I never met into the house.
You crazy dog.
That happens.
Oh, you
That happens a lot.
Yeah. Hey, you fucking me? You want to make me? Let's do it. Let's see what you're about. Oh, you don't stay around? That's your energy.
That's how you know if they keep coming back around or if they show up twice. That's how you really know, because like,
Yeah.
and that's why we only really like stick around with us, because like we know the people that are gonna stay there.
Yeah, we're not like boring people off.
Yeah.
It's like I've literally hit up every single person that has hit me up back. Like, oh, cool, let's do it. You really? Okay, let's do it. Friday. Bet, let's do it.
The one thing is they just gotta really be ready to work, though.
Yeah.
People say I want to do work, and then they mean they want to come chill.
Yeah, you're right.
And then also like people are not like willing to learn. Like that's like the main thing. Like if I feel like if I have anything to offer, it's like to teach. You know, a lot. So it's like people come through like, yeah, let me get on that song. Like
That's it.
That's
That's all
cool.
they want.
We're not. That's like the thing. It's like I want to build relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's always like I'm hitting someone up right now about cover art. I'm just like sending him unreleased music and like I'm that like I have the song that I'm about to drop. I already have like 5 fans that already have it. You know,
What?
I'm like trying to build a relationship.
I ain't got it.
After
No, after.
But yeah, it's like I'm so about relationship and also I don't want to come off as like the guy that's just like in it for some. You might think I have a bad intention, like about money or to advance off of you or some shit like that, So it's like I'm always like, "Yo, my name's Ocean. Like, how are you?"
That's so cool because
Like-
that's your actual name.
But yeah, it's just like always be human. That's what I always say.
I don't know. I do. Inviting people that I don't know to my house is kind of like a safety issue for me. You know,
Don't
that,
smoke, man.
You kind of know where you're going, I guess.
yeah.
Like you know what's up.
But it's like a lot of people, right? It's like can I use you as an example? Okay.
He said something out of pocket.
Easy. Whoa.
This guy's the biggest pussy.
No. So it took me a while, right? It took me a while to get to know him because we worked together.
Yeah.
And I would like talk to him. Obviously, we're gonna talk because we work together, and I would judge his character. I would ask him questions. I'd get to know somebody, and then finally, after I got to know him, he's like, "Oh, you're a DJ?" Because I never tell anybody I'm a DJ wherever I work ever. He found out, and he's like, "Hey, I do music too." Most times, people say they do music. They don't really do music. They want to, but they don't do it.
So pretty much he just did the same thing that he did with you, with him, and probably Matt and me, Kody.
Why are you painting me out to be the bad guy? No, and so he shows me, oh, this is a song I made. Oh, really? Yeah, I have more on SoundCloud. You know, he really gave his like his character when he did that to me, because most people, I'm like, what song do you have to show me? Oh, I didn't write anything yet. I was like, okay.
I
So
haven't
what do
been
you want
to
me?
studio, I ain't got a
You know,
mix
you know
yet.
what I mean? So it's like I was like, oh, where do you work from? Oh, just my room. That's just another like green light that hit me. Oh, you work from your room? Yeah, I didn't know what to do. I did what I could. So I was like, you know what? Come with me.
Yeah.
After all this, he's only started in August. It's not even that long. And the amount of growth, because he was so open, led to him going on posting stuff because he was proud.
Yeah.
But got his followers also. So now his followers, they're like, oh, I like being in the studio too.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. No. And I'm not saying deny them. So I always ask them, what's their character like? And it's kind of scary
It's funny 'cause I
because
know who they're talking about.
yeah, it's kind of scary because some of these people, I don't personally know them. I don't have experience with them, but from what he tells me, they're not the greatest of people. We all have skeletons in our closet.
Yeah.
But these skeletons, sometimes there's way more. There's way more skeletons. And from what he tells me, I'm like, yo, I don't want that in my house.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to take in someone new because of that safety issue. That's
Yeah.
why it's kind of crazy how you tell me, I'll work with anybody. I want to see what you're about. And you don't know anything about them.
Well, only like I'd be like talking to him through social media and shit. but
Okay. I thought it was more like, y'all want to do music. Okay, shoot, come over.
Nah, not like that.
Okay, I was like, holy shit.
A general sense, you're like, yo, I'm you, this
Yeah.
you, blah, blah,
That
blah.
and he did
That's what I
say
do,
like
that's what you do.
most of the time people who work on music with him have at least like met him in person, like for the most part.
Yeah.
That's true.
And like
That's
the
true.
thing is, like when you see me in person and when we work in person, like I'm not go with the flow. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, this is me. This is what I do.
Yeah.
Period. Like you're either intimidated and never come back, or you're like, oh shit, I can learn. I can do this. Oh, it's dope. Blah blah. And that's the people I just attract. I always say, attract, don't chase.
Yes.
So I literally have to always be me if I want people around me that are like me. You know? So that's what I do.
I think that goes with anything, right? Like when you do any form of art.
Yeah.
Like when you're really about it and you're really good, or you become really good at what you do, people are gonna always hit you up. You're like, you're not even looking for it, and people are like, hey, yo, can you help me out? Or
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. And I think that it's the level of star power grows with that, right? The more you have as an artist, the personality, you being, and it's easy for you because you're just being you, right? That when that grows, when your persona and brand grow, and it's dope that your persona and brand is you. There's nothing that you have to put up. And it's weird because most people like me are drawn to that. Most people are drawn to, holy shit, what's he gonna do next? I really want to know what song he's putting out next. When you posted the black and white versatility video, I was like, yo, he's putting out a video? I went to that fucking thing, notification turned on. Like, you do it, and it's not because I'm asking anything from you. You don't know that I'm doing that. I'm genuinely invested. And I think a lot of people need to learn from that, including myself, that we got to stop hindering ourselves with the insecurity of what are people going to think. Just be me.
Exactly. And I think the best part is that, like I've been saying, is that I represent human, you know? So it's like I don't represent gangster or this and that or whatever the fuck, you know? I represent human. So it's like, if you're a human, then you will fuck with me, you know? I'm not like, the real me being me is a human. Like, no understanding empathy and humility and shit like that.
That's a big word, empathy. I fuck with that.
That's what I represent is human. I don't represent no street gangster. I don't represent no this or that.
You don't talk about things you don't know.
Yeah, me is just me is like it's actually pretty boring. Like I'm just a person.
I feel that.
But I'm just a person.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I brush my teeth just like everyone else.
Exactly.
What am I supposed to do?
I use Oral B too.
All I do is work anymore.
Yeah. So there's not like that flair of like, you know, how like there's a lot of white kids that like drill music and shit because it's like almost like a movie, but it's real life.
It's a
like,
fantasy.
Yeah, it's like a fantasy for
Yeah.
them. Where it's like, oh wow, there's not that like thrill about me, but it's like the people that, you know, are really close to me and get invested into me are like, damn, he's a good human. Like
I think like your music, it's more you don't shelve it. Like it's not put on a shelf. The shelf life is like much longer when you put it on a shelf than most of the music that's coming out now. So like when you you hear City Girls, right? You hear one of their songs. It's good for like 3 months, sometimes a month.
Yeah.
You don't ever listen to it again.
Yeah.
I seem to go back to a lot of people, not a lot of people, but some people's songs like Kody's All For You. There's one song, Love, Fall.
No Love Left.
Yeah, I listen to that. I go back to that. I go back to your song, Evol. I go back to Real Ones. You know, there's a level of replayability that I would, because there's value in it, right? And a lot of artists that, yeah, it's pretty, it's nice, like drill music for white kids, right? They want to look hard holding guns. They want to live that like, I'm tough.
yeah.
Facts.
But when you really go down deep into it, your songs are relatable. It's what people can actually feel.
I feel like that's also the slow process of my music. There's no upfront thrill.
There's no flair.
Yeah.
Per se. Yeah.
It's just you get into it, you're into it.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you understand it, you get it.
You feel it. You feel it.
Yeah.
You don't see it for the surface level and like lit fire, cool, done. Like
Yeah.
you know,
You relate. You
yeah.
fall in love with the song. You
Yeah.
go back and
Then you're
play it
stuck,
over and
you
over
know?
again.
And the thing that I always tell every artist that I talk to is when you are making music, aside from longevity, because you should always focus on longevity, is when you make any type of song, focus on an emotion, focus on a feeling, and that will, in itself, make it timeless. Now, people do this subconsciously, you know, through their lyrics that they just choose, you know, but it's like, focus on the emotion. If I'm making this song right now, it's going to make you feel pain over a relationship, or, you know, or it's going to make you feel motivated. That's Skydream, you know? How can I, you know, what emotion can I attack here? So 10 years later, you're going to listen to it, and it's going to feel the same thing as listening to Blink 182, you know, like, blah, blah, you know? Like, literally, like, this shit happens.
Yeah.
And you, like, it happens. So it's like,
Facts.
study that. and do that. If you're an artist, do that. Why do you listen to music? Why are you not making music like that?
Yeah.
Like, that's how it should be. That's how it should go. I'm not gonna talk about something that's like a trend or like I said, I'll make music for a season. You know, I'm not gonna make a real ass bitch, blah blah blah. You know, I'm gonna
No
make
disrespect to that. It was a great club banger.
crazy,
Yeah.
crazy.
But
Yeah, I won't. You gotta focus on like an emotion. That's if you're trying to make timeless music.
Yeah.
And there's also this other interview that I saw recently, or it was a YouTube video. So they were talking about Nas did an article recently. He said, he's just saying like music has no longevity nowadays.
yes.
So which I feel like it's true, you know. But at the same time, it's also difficult mentally to be in the game where song,
Yes.
rather than back in the day, take a year, take 2 years, and make this album, make it great.
Yes.
There's not that much. There's not 60,000 people uploading music every day like now, you know. So
Well, that also comes with accessibility. Like back then,
yeah.
you had to know someone to get in the door.
yeah,
Like I remember how to actually go to get CDs and shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was not that long ago.
And I
That
agree
was
with what
not that
Nas
long
said.
ago.
Like,
Yeah.
I agree totally. Like, and I was just talking to Lucas yesterday. Like, there's not that much legendary shit coming out, you know. But then again, you can't like diss it because it's still like a mental challenge. Like trying to keep up today, you gotta have song this week, video next week, next song. You know, it's
You have to stay relevant.
yeah,
You have to
just
stay
because it's
relevant
not
in the market
yeah,
in order to
just
even
'cause
get
it's
to
not
a level of
like
being
longevity. It's still a challenge.
And I kind of also feel like we're at the point to where you can't, like, some of those things we can't even judge at this point. Like, these
Yeah.
guys, like, some of these crazy ass hits that we still listen to today, these guys had no idea. They knew it was a fire song, it was that, but they didn't know how many people were going to be gravitate towards it. Or
I
attached.
think when
early
you
to tell.
when you do legendary stuff, it's not meant to be. It's not thought out to be legendary. It's just thought out to. I want to
Sometimes.
do this.
Yeah, sometimes.
Like when you think about it.
Unless you're Drake.
Yes, because Drake.
I
Does
was
no
about to
wrong.
say that.
Everything you do.
Like we'll do Bruno Mars for example, right? But when Bruno Mars first came out, he was dope. He was different. He had a funk 80s feel to his music, right? Later on, makes another album, makes another single, does one of the island type songs. I forgot what the name of the song was. But yeah,
Wops and Hooligans on that one. The
Yeah.
Blues, that's more like a reggae.
or reggae song.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he builds and builds and builds, goes even more. His in like with those two, like Bruno Mars and Drake, they just wanted to make music when it began.
Yeah.
It became legendary because of their moves, their investments, their all that stuff. And I think that takes time. It takes time for people to realize. It's like what's that stupid song I fucking hate? Clarity by
By
Zed.
Zed.
Oh my
Yo, I would go
How
to
dare you, bro?
Or Closer.
No,
by the
I'll
Chainsmokers.
yes.
Don't even start, bro.
No. Okay. The only reason why I don't like it is because at the time I used to go to a nightclub here in Hawaii called the M, and they play it 4 times a night. 4 times a night.
Hey, but
That's not
Ginza,
enough.
I'm Sorry by Justin Bieber.
Oh yes. Like they would constantly replay it, but now when you look back at it, it has a timeless sound to it because when you think what was the most prominent song there, it was Clarity. It was the first thing that popped in my head in 2012, 2013. So it was intended to be a great song, but I didn't think it had his intentions to be a legendary song. You know what I mean? So I think with you, it's like you keep doing what you're doing, and you're saying you're very patient, which is amazing because not a lot of artists, even till this day, are patient. They want to just pump out. I want to stay in the front. I want to stay in the limelight. You, it's like, I don't feel it.
We're all young.
Yeah.
Everyone in this room is young. We could do nothing for 10 years and still
I
be
still have
successful.
shit to do.
Yep.
You know?
And I don't like it when people judge your success off your age and what you've done. Like you're 30. How come you haven't bought a house yet? How come you don't have a successful job? It's like, well, how come you had your kid at 16? Because in that time frame, you had to have your kid at 16, 17, 18, 19 back in the day. Sorry, we're in a different time. You know what I mean? Like, just because you're 30 or you're 28 or you're 21 doesn't mean you're always gonna get your life together. Like
Everybody has their own book they gotta.
their own time.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking a lot of multimillionaires didn't get success till they're 65, 55. You know, we got time.
I'm not gonna buy my first car until it's a Tesla.
There you go.
Oh, you got a Tesla now. You know what I mean?
Lit.
And it's like, who's gonna tell you any different? Like, you're living your life, you're doing your thing, and I want people to hear this because a lot of people feel the pressure and need that they have to do things at a certain age. You really don't. And we're in a time that you can be who you want to be. If you want to start doing music at 30, 35, 40, by all means. As long as it keeps you happy and it's actually something you want to do, then keep doing it. But don't feel that you need to have a house by like a certain age, or you need to get you need to graduate college by 24 or whatever have you. And it brings back to what we talked about with the fans that you that watch you, that you talk back to about the mental health and all that, because that pressure still happens now.
Exactly.
And it's great, you as an artist, not even as an artist, let's just say you as a human, what you preach, that who's saying something? Is it you saying something?
When?
Never mind. Anyway, you as a human are able to just be like, okay, I do music, you like my stuff, here's what I really want to do.
Yeah.
Like, you okay? What is your issue? My DMs are open. And that's amazing. And I think that needs to be applauded, and people need to hear that, because I don't think a lot of artists does that. And besides the ones you mentioned, like X and all that, not a lot of artists care.
That's why I'm so inspired to do that, because it's like I've only known X to do that, ever.
Only him?
Only.
Damn.
Like, you can't name anyone else that you can get in their DMs, or they're just preaching on their own agenda to talk about that kind of stuff, and that is their bigger message and goal. You know, there's no one else like that. There's never been anyone. That's why he's a legend. Like,
Yes.
he's a true legend. Like, take the music away, he's a legend. Like,
Yeah, well, it's fucked up too, because mainstream media doesn't even know about that. Like, the average person doesn't know that he's done that. I didn't know.
Yeah, you gotta be a fan pretty much.
Yeah.
To know.
You know that.
See, so that's kind of crazy how a lot of good things aren't being said about these artists when it happens. It's always about the negative. It's always about this. Because I get it. Drama breeds
he
on
was
audience.
super trashed, and that's what sucks. Like, he was because of things in his past. Like, he was super
Or like the
rowdy.
type of music he was making.
Yeah, even that.
you know.
Like, he was super trash and down in the media. Like, he was literally like, if Complex, because he just like did like something where he donated like to charity or
I
something.
remember. I actually remember seeing that.
Yeah, and he was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
if Complex makes an article about that, I'll tattoo Complex on my ass cheek. It's like, he knows, you know? And
Yeah.
it's like, he's done so much good. Like, he talked about him going through shit, and if he were to kill himself, he know there would be thousands of kids that will also kill themselves. Because he's like their like leader almost.
Their
like,
safe haven.
Yeah, their
Yeah.
safe haven.
He's their role model.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So it's like
yeah.
he's showing them there are better ways. So he can't even do that, even if he feels like that. You know, he's just great. He's just a guy.
He's the guy. He's the guy.
He's the guy.
He's the guy.
Anything else?
I'm gonna start asking this at the end of every podcast. But how do you want to be remembered?
I remember that. I remember that from the other one. Just that's who I am.
That's who you are.
Because that's who I am is the best I'm trying to do.
I mess with that.
And like, I think about that like every day, bro. Like, and that's why I have conversations with kids and one-on-one, and even like the homies and shit like that. Like, I know if I were to drop dead tomorrow, like, Timmy from blah blah blah, is like, yo, like, he helped me get through 8th grade 2 years ago when he dropped, and he was in my, and shit like
That's
that.
crazy.
Like, I always try to have the best interactions every time, because I don't know when, I might die or that person might die or go. I've had a message of someone that some random fan. He was like, "Yo, I really fuck with what you're doing. Like, sadly, I can't keep going or whatever." I never got a message back, and I was like, "Damn, like, I can't." Like, you never know what's gonna happen. Like,
Shit.
so I know, like, if I were to, how I'm gonna be remembered is just by the interactions that I have with people, because I know that they're good, because I try my best, and that's why I don't answer people, because sometimes I might not be in the right state to help give positive energy. And so,
You know what's crazy? How I know this podcast is a great podcast? You want to know? because Sleepy,
song?
no, because Sleepy said, "Yo, we can go 3 hours." Sleepy doesn't ever. Listen to all the podcasts. He never says, "Oh, we can go 3 more hours." That's how I know this podcast.
He's like,
was
wrap it up
great.
then.
Yeah, no, pretty much. He's like, "No, I'm good. I don't want to say anything."
Yeah. But you know, something I feel like everybody should ask themselves is who will be at your funeral,
Yeah.
right? I feel like a lot of people are gonna be at your funeral, bro.
No, bro.
That's what I hope.
You're gonna have a huge one.
That's why
Yeah.
I try my best all the time.
But man, just keep doing what you're doing. We all fuck with it.
Yes, 100.
Facts.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Evol.
Oh shit.
Nah, man.
Oh,
You
wait,
good?
like,
You good?
I'm just happy to be here. We just have
3-6. Anything?
Where can people find you guys?
at home.
Facts.
Posted. Drop your socials. 3
Yeah. Let them know.
So on Instagram, just only.one.36 the numbers, and that's like on Twitter too. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're gonna put it in the video, right?
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the up. Anything they're saying, I'm gonna put in the bio.
You can find me on Instagram at TGFour.
Yeah.
Fuck with me.
Go listen to Fig.
And that's all. That's it.
Thank you guys once again. It was such a pleasure. We covered so much. I think I can split this into 3 different podcasts and just still have its golds. We're definitely gonna have a part 2. I really enjoyed this. I'm pretty sure everybody also agrees.
Facts.
I'm glad.
Yeah, if there's nothing else, thank you guys for tuning in. I am your host, DJ Inspekt.
It's Matty out west.
Sleepy Howl.
Ocean Evil.
36.
Kody.
And thank you for joining us. We out. Peace.
So forgot.
Gang.